good? I think it's good. I'm breaking rule 6. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. It's mandatory. That's mandatory. You can't break rule 6. How are you guys doing today? Gurren had a fun stream. If you guys were there, you'd know. He got affiliated! For real! He's got emotes! Very, very good for him. Very good for him. Howdy, Ham! Hi, Pie! We're chilling today. Gurren now owes the Mexican cartel. Well, he never gave his organs to them, so he's gotta give them something. He's gotta give them something. Hey, Hammy. Hi, Gurren. You guys ready to watch me be a lawyer in another universe? I don't really know anything about this. Hi, Hamster. Hi, Yapper. I don't really know anything about this game. I own the cartel and the triad now. Oh, I own, not own. I think I said own, but it sounded like I said own. The game we're playing today, the creator of it DM'd me on Discord and was like, hey, do you want to play my game? It's not sponsored, but yeah, it looked interesting because it's like Ace Attorney. I played like the first scene just to see what it was about, and I think it might be fully voice acted, so you don't have to hear me strain my voice trying to be a sexy woman, if there are sexy women in this game. Ham, hi. What? I give free promo sometimes. That's how you fall for Discord scams. No, the guy was nice. He was nice to me in DMs. I didn't have a business email, so he had to join my server and tell me. But I looked through it. It's legit. It's an actual game. There's a demo. We're gonna play that today. So this is an ad stream. It's non-sponsored. This game will straight up show goatsy. Mark my words. God, I hope not. I know someone dies. That's it. Nice. Yeah, but the guy was nice, so I was like, you know what, okay, I'll show your game. Plus, I like these kinds of games. So when he asked me, I was like, okay. Now where did I download it? That's the important part right now. Here? Alright, here's the folder. Okay. I am just going to switch scenes real quick. There we go. And I'm gonna put it on like this because it's too hard. It's too hard getting the game and stuff through my studio layout because it just doesn't give me enough screen space to actually resize it. Okay. Where is it? Oh god. Oh god. I actually Where is the game? Oh, here we go. I got so many tabs open. Forgot to close a lot of this stuff before I started streaming. There we go. Gotta make it bigger. There we go. He's on a boat. Wish I were on a boat. Okay, let me... Oh my god. My computer just decided to fucking... Wow! It decided to install an application for my... No, this isn't gonna... Oh, okay. My computer decided to install an application for my monitor, and that's really nice. I don't know how to uninstall it. And it's just like, hey, your LG monitor, you want to set it up? You want to set it up easy? Here's this app that opens at startup every time. Here. Just change your display. That's like one and done usually. Like, I don't need it open all the time. Game not pre-opened. Yeah. I wanted to. I would be professional, but we're unprofessional today, I guess. You uninstall it by buying a second one, and it won't show it to me anymore. Oh, it's so annoying though. And like, I just closed it through like the little icons on my taskbar, and it literally crashed twice. It was like, oh, hey, this program's not responding. And then I was like, okay, I don't care. And then it was like, it's not responding. I doubt it's more annoying than McAfee. Yeah, I wouldn't dare install McAfee on my computer. Yay, proprietary software! Literally, it just installed it like maybe like 3 days ago. Like, I was perfectly fine without it. Why do I need it now? Okay. Okay. Outlawyer. Outlawyer. Well, we're gonna start the game. I'm gonna start the game. 6 minutes in and we're already starting the game. Holy shit, dude, I'm on top of it. Usually I yap for at least 10. Alright. Let's... Oh, there's no audio. That would be cool if you guys had audio, so you can hear it's voice acted. Wake up.
Out of your beds. You're being transferred.
Okay.
What is the matter? My family is trying to sleep.
I'm so tired. Can't we do this tomorrow?
I don't think so, girl A. I think you're going to die.
Don't bother asking. I doubt they'll answer you.
Yeah, true, girl B. You're also gonna die.
Mama, what time is it? I want to go back to sleep.
Child not numbered or lettered, you are going to die.
Come, children. Let us just do what they say.
True.
Move.
Yes, yes, we are following. You do not need to force us.
The Force.
God, please protect us from whatever may come. In the name of the Father and the Son.
Dude, it's just like Cyberpunk yesterday.
Papa, what is happening? Are we going home?
I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so.
Shh. Let us just follow what they are saying. Do not worry. We are just being transferred to another place.
Okay, Papa, but I'm still tired.
I'm sure it will all be over soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Why have you put us into this room? What's going on?
I wonder.
Hush, Olga. Do not bother them.
All of you. Stand
War,
over there.
child. War is happening. Hello, being of hamster. Hello, Wittgenstein, 878.
What? What is going on? Mama? Papa? I'm scared.
You won't be scared. War is cold.
Thank you for your cooperation. But you have not been brought here to be transferred.
What's this game? It looks evil. This game is called OUTLAWYER. It's like Phoenix Wright.
Nikolai Alexandrovich. In view of the fact that your relatives are continuing their attack on Soviet Russia, the Ural Executive Committee has decided to execute you.
Oh, no.
Your sentence is to be carried out immediately.
Hey, buddy, just face your favorite wall and don't think too much. Just think about the rabbits.
Wait. What? Please, can you repeat?
Oh, fuck. Damn, cold-blooded. No, he woke up dead.
Huh? Where am I?
I think you're dead, Mr. Russian lawyer. Tell me about the rabbits, nameless child.
Yeah,
just think about
on
the
a boat?
rabbits. I'm on a boat.
I can see the sky is overcast. The light shining through tells me it must be morning.
How's the volume, by the way? Can you guys hear it? I might turn it up a little bit.
My eyes. Why can't I grab a hold of anything?
I mean, there's not really anything you can grab besides the boat. Do you like Soviets? I don't know. I've never met a Soviet. Aren't Soviets like not? Don't Soviets not exist anymore? Aren't they just Russians?
It is as if I've woken up from a very long dream.
Volume's okay. Okay.
It seems I'm at sea somewhere. Though I don't recall how I ended up here.
How I got isekai'd as a
I was
Russian
human
emperor or
earlier.
something?
I'm sure of that.
Technically, yes. Yeah.
Wait. Earlier? What happened earlier?
I don't know.
I remember some soldiers. My family was there. And there were loud bangs.
I think the loud bangs were gunshots, sir. I'm not 100% because, like, you know, I wasn't there. I kind of was there, but I think they were gunshots. Mm-hmm.
Were those gunshots?
Yeah, they were gunshots.
What is that?
What is that actually?
It's a massive tower. The biggest I've ever seen. Am I truly awake?
Yeah, you only awaken after you die, sir. Censored, huh? Seems like it. Well, I could actually... Oh my god, Bioshock opening! No, it did get censored. I switched it to live chat instead of top chat, and it did get eaten by YouTube. Oops, I forgot to mute my phone. Child being killed on screen, though. Very brave. Yeah, very brave to show child death. Most games don't do that now. Most games, they protect the children from being killed. I like that about this game.
Is someone there?
G'day, mate. Had a nice nap.
Is this him? Is this the OUTLAWYER?
Ah! Who are you? What is going on here?
Easy now. No need to panic. We're all friends here.
Dude, it's like the voice I do for Detective Gumshoe, except correct.
Name's Edward Kelly. Good on a Katani, but you can call me Ned.
How do you get Ned from Edward Kelly?
What is that thing on his head? Does everyone look like this here?
Detective
And what
Dick.
was that about being
Dick
an attorney?
Gumshoe. The supposed to be Boston, forced to be fucked up Australian.
He speaks English at least. But that accent. Where are we? It seems for now I have no choice but to talk to him and understand what's going on.
You, talk to me. I must understand what's going on.
Ahem. Greetings, Mr. Edward. Or Ned,
they have
as you
animated
prefer to be called.
Sprites
I
too, that's
am
cool.
Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov.
I blink and suddenly
Though
Ned
you
Kelly.
may call me Nicholas. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Welcome to Brazil. This is what happens in Brazil.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Nicholas.
Can I call you Nick?
Now, let's get down to business
Can't call him
then.
Nick.
How much do you remember about who you are?
I remember gunshots, and my family possibly died.
Because some folks, they can get temporary amnesia from the stress of what they went through.
Yeah, no, I don't remember a thing.
How much do I remember? Well, I
don't remember anything. Can you
all
tell
I
me?
remember is my name. Everything else is blank. I don't even know what year it is.
Happens to
As
the best of us.
expected that. Here's a little refresher then.
Okay.
It's now July 1918.
1918.
Born 1894, you, Nicholas II, were Emperor of Russia.
Wait, that's actually Nicholas
They
II?
recently abdicated due to
I thought it was just like a
political
random guy.
difficulties.
That's fucking... Did you guys know that Anastasia, the hit movie, is based on the assassination of Nicholas II and his family? But in Anastasia, hypothetically, one of his daughters lived? Yeah. You'd know that if you watched the movie. Not a lot of people did. What's up, Hammy? What's up? How are you?
Before being brought here, you were living under house arrest.
I think
with
they
your family.
killed their animals, too. I think they had animals that died.
That jogged your memory.
Yes. I'm starting to remember now. I was Emperor of Russia. Then the war.
Wish I was the Emperor of Russia.
And the
I think I
abdication.
do a good job of it.
It's all
I'd make
starting
sure
to return
all of
to me.
my subjects will starve.
Well, that settles the issue of my
Not
past.
on purpose, of course. Not
Now
on
I must
purpose.
know the present issue. What is going on here? Where am I? I recall me and my family being brought into a room. And then, something happened. And I woke up on a boat.
That's what happens when you are forced into the organ trade, buddy.
I remember a marble-like white tower stretching up and out of view. That is where we are now, yes?
That has to be where we are, because the walls are white.
You're an educated man. I'm sure you can figure it out on your lonesome.
I did figure it out on my lonesome. I'm very smart.
Care to take a guess?
Yeah, we're in here. Did we survive the invasion? I think so. I think we survived the invasion. Maybe. Did I die?
I was cold at first, but then there was this unbearable heat on my body. There was loud screaming everywhere.
I don't know what it feels like when you die.
More and more
I
is
wonder if
coming
it's like
back to
this.
me.
Like you just wake
Me and
up
my family
dead
were
somewhere.
attacked. And I woke
Probably
up on a
not. You
boat
probably
in the
just
water.
you feel pain and then you
This
feel nothing.
means-
I think. This means
Oh no.
That's right.
you're dead, mate.
There was no nightmare. You and your family were killed.
So where is my family now?
This right here. You've been ushered down to
Did
the
they-
sticks.
Did my
And
family
into the
go to
afterlife.
hell? Or did they go to heaven and I'm the only one who's going to hell?
No. No.
Because the river
that
Styx
can't
takes you
be
to
right.
hell, I think.
I'm clearly as alive as you are.
I don't know, man. I think I might be dead.
You sure catch on quickly, mister.
Oh, thanks, Ned.
We're both corpses.
Cool. Something we've got in common.
You can't be serious. I'm dead? I'm really dead?
Yeah.
That was really it? I was killed?
Yeah, just like that. Guns. Great equalizer.
This can't be real. This is impossible.
Take it all in, mate. I know, it can be a lot. Especially if you weren't
Bro
expecting
thinks
it.
he's alive. Bro heard gunshots and he thinks he survived. Or maybe it's like a Lovely Bones situation. You guys ever watch The Lovely Bones where like she gets abducted and like murdered and then like she sees herself escape, but she's actually like a ghost and that's just what she wanted to think, and then she's like in fucking purgatory and then she watches her family like struggle without her, and like her sister's trying to solve like the murder of the guy. Death parade type of thing. Yeah, it's like a death parade type of thing. But good movie. The Lovely Bones. That's a good movie.
I'm really dead. I can't. Then I've died, and this is
I
what?
showed that movie to
Heaven?
my mom. She never listens to my recommendations anymore. Dude, honestly, the actor who played the weird, yeah, the fact that like she gets cucked. She gets cucked by this like emo girl, and like at the end, like the emo girl and her crush live in a junkyard, and before she goes to heaven, she takes the body of the emo girl and she kisses her crush and then leaves. And he somehow knows it was her in his girlfriend's body. And weird shit. But good movie.
I wish. This here is purgatory, and your trial's about to start.
Oh shit. Okay, so my family did go to heaven, and I'm like possibly gonna go to hell. My attorney is making sure I go to heaven. That's kind of
Purgatory.
awesome.
I'm not terribly familiar.
Guess they don't teach that where you're from. Do you want the long
Please
version?
explain to me
or the
every
short
single thing in
version?
excruciating
All
detail.
right.
Please,
You
please.
asked for it. Purgatory is essentially the intermediate plane between heaven and earth.
Okay. Yeah. Like Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Think of it like the middle place for folks not good enough for heaven, but not bad enough for hell. If your heart's pure, you jump straight to heaven, and that's that.
Okay, so my kids are in heaven.
But if it isn't,
I
you
think
go
my
here
wife should be in. I
to
think my
determine
wife
if you
went
go to
straight to hell.
purgatory
Probably.
or hell.
What's with that Ed, Ed, and Eddie theory? Oh, the cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac is purgatory. That's why their tongues are all different colors. That's why. Cause Ed, he died. Fucking the Indian kid was trampled to death by donkeys. That's the only one I remember. That's how he died. Kevin fucking got shot dead in the Bronx. Shot dead in the cul-de-sac. It was all in the head. Like the Rugrats theory. You guys know the Rugrats theory?
A trial is going to be held about
Like
your entire
fucking
life. For all the good
it's all
and
taking
bad
place in
you've
Angela's
done.
head, and she sees the babies, like, the twins. The twins were, like, aborted, so, like, she didn't know it was gonna be, like, a boy or a girl, so she saw both. Fucking Tommy Pickles was dead, and that's why his dad is in, like, the basement making toys and shit. I need to do a deep dive of those. They're so fucking dumb. People really had a thing for making a dark turn on cartoons back then, huh? It's because there was no Five Nights at Freddy's to, like, ease their minds and give them, like, edgy horror content for kids. There were a lot of dead children in theories back then, huh? Yeah, because dead children equals scary.
If it's found, you're good
Dead
enough,
children equals
with
scary.
the possibility of redeeming yourself, you're gonna stay in purgatory.
Okay.
And after spending time in purgatory, if you are found to have redeemed yourself, you can go to heaven.
I want to go to heaven.
Otherwise, you go to hell.
I don't want to go to hell.
A trial? Who will be attending this trial?
Your family's
Will
gone.
my family be there to see it?
Your children went to heaven and your wife went to hell.
Well, aside from me and the judge, there will be a lot of funny folk.
Funny folk. It's like Hazbin
Or
Hotel,
unusual
guys.
sort.
A pixie dust, or what's the guy's, the angel dust? He's gonna attend my trial. He's gonna be on my jury, and he's gonna say, "Fuck, bitch, pussy."
But there ain't nothing to worry
I don't know,
about.
bro. Maybe hell's kind of
If you
chill.
behave-
Not if my wife's there.
You'll get used
Not
to
if
them.
my wife's there. If my wife's there, I cannot chill in hell. Okay.
Oh,
I'd rather
don't
be
worry.
in purgatory than
I
with
have
my wife.
experience with eccentric people. You see, I know this peculiar monk who is a close family friend.
Rah rah, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Wait! My family! My children! My wife, where are they?
I just noticed this game had voice acting. I thought I was tweaking. Yeah, I'm actually doing the voices mentally with my mind, and you guys are hearing it in your head. It could be like Dragon Ball Z's Hell, where it's just dude bros hanging around. Why won't YouTube let me say school trial? I don't know. But like, what if you're playing Danganronpa? School trial is like, you need those words, YouTube.
Your wife and kids won't be there. They have their own journey ahead of them.
Okay, so do you know where they went? You probably don't know where they went.
I didn't see your family on the water, so they almost certainly went to heaven.
Even my wife, huh? After all
Seems you
she's done
managed to raise your kids right.
Oh?
Oh?
Are you sure? They really are in paradise?
No, I mean, heaven, like, they say it's paradise, but it's kind of like, just waiting forever. In, like, a white void.
Have some faith in your family.
Sorry. I can't have faith in my bitch wife, Ned.
I'm sure they're already enjoying their time there.
Oh, wow.
Hell, maybe your wife will find a new man to replace you up there.
She found a new man to replace me with down here, buddy. She's a whore. Her daughter is holding a clip for using a free Robux hack in fucking 1819. Free Robux in 1819 is crazy.
Please, we would never abandon each other like that.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
But it is such a relief to hear they are truly in a better place.
Kick.
How can I see them again? Where do I go?
You gotta win your trial.
Easy there, mate. We have more pressing concerns right now. Couldn't take you to see him if I wanted to, anyway.
Oh. I had hoped to see them again.
Maybe one day. And you
And
can
may
see
I
your
ask,
ex-wife
What's your
and
role in all this?
his
Are
ooh,
you
and her
my
new husband.
guardian angel?
Dumbass.
Is that why you wear armor?
Why is he wearing that?
I'm the farthest thing from an angel.
Maybe his head,
I'm a
he
lawyer.
like got mangled before he died. Like he got shot in the head. So that's why he wears the helmet, to like hide his face. So like people aren't prejudiced against him during the trial. They're not prejudiced against him as a lawyer during the trial because he's ugly.
Think of me as
Pretty
your
privilege
legal
is
counsel.
real, even in
Like any
purgatory,
counsel on
guys.
Earth. Except I haven't been bribed.
Oh.
I'm here to act in your defense and show everyone What a stand-up fella you are.
Okay, first bit of evidence. All of my family went to heaven except for me. Which means I'm a good guy. I sent my kids to heaven.
It is good to know that I won't be alone in
them.
facing this trial.
You train kids, right?
Do not be concerned. I have been a just ruler. Your job shall be trivial.
Okay.
As my noble leadership of Russia has been ordained by God himself.
Good.
Although
Then God
things
should have
did
taken
take
you to
an
heaven.
unfortunate turn at some point.
Why? Is it because all your people starved?
That may be underselling it a bit. Now, this would be the point where I ask you some questions as your legal counsel.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm running late today, so there's no time.
Quick questions. Come on.
No time? Are you sure?
Krita fucking
I
crashed
thought that would be
again.
very important.
I've never had Krita crash on me, actually.
Nikolai II,
When I used it.
Alexandrovich Romanov.
The helmet must have helped with the animation budget, probably. I don't know. He's got an aura. He's got an aura to
I'm
him.
sure.
Oh shit! He can't even ask me questions.
Yes, that is me. Who is calling?
The courtroom is ready. Proceed to your judgment.
Okay,
Right.
I shall go.
So, you ready to go to trial
I'm not interested.
with me on your side?
I'm not interested.
Wait. What?
Oh, that was a quick game. I went to hell, guys. The end. That's so based. That is so based. I could just say no. Oh my god, they got Robert De Niro, Chris Pratt. They got Jack Black, guys. They got Jack Black. That was awesome.
So,
Okay, I'm ready.
Don't fret.
I'm ready.
I read up a bit on your life on the way, so it ain't like I'm going in blind.
It's like the part in Postal where they shot the nuclear weapons. They got Toby Fox, they got Jack Black, dude. They got Taylor Swift.
Look alive.
Oh.
Hold on! What am I supposed to do during the trial? Is there something I could do to help?
Yeah, what should I do to help?
Don't worry. You'll spend most of it sitting there looking pretty.
Okay.
Let me do the talking.
I'll make sure I look
just
really
observe
cute during the
and learn how
trial
good
so they
you
don't
are.
send me to hell. Okay.
In that case, I shall pray for you, and for our success.
Don't put me in
May the
hell,
Lord
please.
have mercy on us.
I don't want to go to hell.
Mercy?
Mercy?
Sorry, mate. But for those on trial,
Oh no.
the time for mercy is past. Now it's time for judgment.
I'll be judged well. I'm sure. I only starved like maybe a few
Ah,
100,000
my eyes.
people.
It's so bright!
Oh my god, the light! Time for mercy is pissed.
What an otherworldly
Looks
sight.
nice for Ned Nicholas. The old man Yowie depends on it. Okay. I'll look really cute.
The shapes, the lights. I can scantly believe it.
I like that word. I like using the word scantly. Scantly is one of my favorite words. That's like a $5 word, I think.
I have never felt so small and insignificant.
Me neither, man.
All I can do now is leave my fate
Just
to
kidding.
the strange
I'm always
man
small
I have
and
just met.
insignificant. I'm a hamster. All I can do is leave my fate to this strange man I've just met. Yep.
Godspeed, Ned Kelly.
Godspeed, Ned Kelly. Gotta base words on Scrabble
Gathered
points.
here to Judge Nikolai II Alexandrovich Romanov to determine whether he shall remain or face perdition.
Is that God? How smaller can he be than dead? When it's a 2-hour-long uncensored Say-Gex scene between Nick and Ned. Well, when is it like a 2-hour-long uncensored Say-Gex scene between Nick and Ned? I think like probably before, like I'm about to be like, you know, portaled up to heaven. We're gonna kiss, and that's gonna send me straight back to hell.
Are the defense and prosecution ready?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Ready.
Ready.
I don't like that guy.
Excellent.
That guy looks like he wants to send me to hell.
Defendant, are you ready to proceed? He seems to still be quite troubled.
That guy got brimstone. He does have brimstone, actually.
You must be the judge.
I am not just the judge. I am God himself. And I do not like the way you are taking your tone with me. To hell with you.
I am. It's just... Forgive me. I am still adjusting to my situation.
Yes, please forgive me, God.
Your Honor, death came as a surprise
Murdered.
to my client.
Murdered. I think all murdered people should go to heaven.
He's still trying to adjust. Gone down beside his loved ones. Of course he'd be a bit out of it.
It was awful. It was an awful experience. It just happened to me.
I am sorry for how tragic your passing was, defendant.
Thank you. To hell with you. With no wife or yaoi partner, he gets no bitches at all.
Be not afraid. I assure you, it shall all be over soon.
No, it won't. Fuck you, British prosecutor. I want my Australian defender.
With yours truly present, you are certain to be sorted where you belong.
Yeah. In heaven with my family, so my bitch wife doesn't find another man.
Thank you for the reassurance, everyone. My heart feels lighter already. I know I should not be afraid, as I have lived a righteous life. Loyal to God, family, and country.
Psych, you're getting an Indian defender. Your Honor, my client did not do the things you accuse him of. Please give me the card. It's really bad Indian accent.
Your family is dead, your country is in ruins, and if I'm here, clearly your God is not on your side.
Okay, well, I was morally dubious, okay? It's morally dubious.
You have nothing to be proud of.
Oh. My client did not redeem!
I beg your pardon?
Come on.
Not exactly giving him a warm welcome, are you, Satan?
That's Satan.
Why the need for hospitality?
He's beautiful.
He won't be here for long.
Oh no, that's Satan. I thought the judge was Satan.
Wait. Satan? Satan himself?
Yeah, that's him.
I'm being prosecuted by the devil?
Please do not imply that I am the same as that literary damned insurgent.
Oh, sorry, man. I don't know. Just like you guys have the same name. You're both like, you know, live in hell, kind of evil. You know.
To properly introduce myself.
Okay.
Before you stands Satan, August High Prosecutor of the Afterlife, bestowed with the title of the Accuser.
My title is the Accuser, and I'm accusing you of being a bad person.
All who stand before me shall face their sins and their consequences.
Okay.
I see.
Right on.
My deepest apologies, good sir. I did not mean to offend. I am sure you are an honorable gentleman.
Very, very honorable. We love you here.
Nice try.
Thanks.
But I don't think being nice is gonna make him go easy on you.
Oh, so I should be mean to him.
Say,
Fuck you, Satan.
why are you walking into this trial yourself instead of one of your lackeys?
Oh.
Got nothing better to do?
Oh, he doesn't usually prosecute.
I am here for the same reason I attend any trial, personally.
He wants me put away.
The defendant is so heinous that I must make absolutely sure that they are sent to damnation where they belong.
Oh, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad.
Huh? But I have been a good man. Why come for...
Don't start groveling. It'll just waste the court's time.
Sorry, sir.
You will see soon enough the kind of life you have lived.
I don't even know what kind of life I lived. All I know is that I lived and I died.
Defendant, If your life is just as you say, then you
What
have
did he
nothing to
do?
fear.
He kind of like starved a bunch of people
We shall
on
see
accident,
if the High Prosecutor's presence
because
is
they went through a
warranted.
famine while he was in power. Going off the Judaism interpretation where he's of Satan, where he's a judge. Is that an interpretation? I didn't know that.
Huh. So, the High Prosecutor is here. The bastard of the Book of Job himself.
The Book of Job.
Nothing I can't handle.
It is time for us to review the life of Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov. Bring forth the trial's angel of death.
Okay. Okay, she's gonna take the hood off? No, she's not taking the hood off. If I recall correctly, Satan in Hebrew literally means accuser. Well, that's why they call him the accuser. So the results matter over intent in this world? Yes.
Oh.
This matters more.
So, the Archangel herself has graced us with
I like the art
presence.
stuff. I like it too. I
It's
like
an
how
honor to have you
the
here.
sprites are animated. It makes it feel more alive, especially since it's a visual novel. Yeah, the intro was actually really good. I kind of wish I didn't spoil it for myself when I like just opened the game to make sure it was fine. Cause that was a really good intro. Cause like you just fucking die. It kind of hooks you in. What are you saying? Cross.
The Angel of Death? Is she alright?
Don't worry, Your Honor. She, does that sometimes.
If we can't understand her, we cannot find this man innocent. Why is God called Peter? Because Peter's the guy for the Bible. Peter. Literally the first crime it says bro is responsible for is a genocide. I don't think we got this, Hammy. Damn.
Archangel Azrael, reporting for duty.
Damn. She's bad.
Are you alright?
She's
You are
bad.
unresponsive for
Oh
me.
no, she's narcoleptic. That's okay. Girls are cuter when they're narcoleptic. Baddie.
Sorry for worrying you, Your Honor. It's
Oh!
just between the war, the pandemic, and the
Wife.
revolutions.
People will see her and just say wife. Wait, I like how she blinks. She blinks like. She blinks like a fucking. Like a toad.
I've been really busy with paperwork. My entire department has. So I've been having trouble finding time to rest in peace.
Neurodivergent blinking. That's my girl.
It's nothing to be concerned about. I can still do my job. It's just now I'm always tired and I sometimes can't keep my eyes open.
That happens.
Ah, so you have merely been suffering a lack of sleep.
What do you mean yours? She's ours. She's ours, okay. She's ours for the duration of this stream. We can all
yes.
share her.
Sleep.
Such dedication to duty. How admirable. I hope we don't cause you any further hardship. Though, I am surprised one of your position can personally attend trials. Wouldn't the Archangel of Death be very busy?
I ain't no
Shouldn't you
communist,
send an angel
Hammy.
under you?
Yeah. But we can excuse Nicholas II because he's me. He's literally me.
I've been preoccupied, yes, just like the rest of the
Why does a
Department of
divine
Death.
being need rest? Like, damn, I thought you were supposed to be better than us. Because sleep is divine. How you ever woken up from, like, a deep nap and then drank, like, water? Like, just chugged water? That shit is divine. That is literally one of the most divine feelings in the world. And I bet she gets that whenever she actually has a nap.
But I've graded some trials as being in need of my personal attention.
Okay.
Like this one. It's important that I'm here personally.
It's important that she's here because she's gonna clear me. Speaking of water, I need water.
This must be a very important trial.
Yummy water and pills in the morning. Yum yum. Man. heads.
So, even the Archangel of Death sees how important it is that the defendant is put in his place. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for your presence here today, most venerable Archangel Azrael. With the highest prosecutor and the highest Angel of Death,
The hell
our
is chat rule
cooperation will
for?
ensure that justice shall be done.
It's based on a true story, actually. No cucks. No cucks and no gooning. Very important. Man, shut the fuck up, Satan. Cut back to the cute girl.
It is truly an honor and a pleasure to be working with you.
Hey, Azzy.
Rule 3 is actually bullshit. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's how we keep the horse fuckers out, okay?
Ned, nice to see you again.
Actually insane. Actually insane. Who does that? I think I respect the guy who came here after my Sonic 06 stream and talked about how he was into inflation more than I respect that horse guy. Because I don't respect that horse guy. No more horse clips. God, I hope not. What about the barp fuckers? Okay, no one came out as a barp fucker in my chat specifically. Okay. There was the inflation guy and the horse guy. Nice to see you again.
Then let us begin.
Okay. It's a trial.
Born 18th of May, Gregorian
forget
year
Yawish flushed it, Ned. That's
1868
it.
as the
I'm all
eldest
in,
of
bro.
6 siblings, Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov is the latest and currently last Tsar of Russia.
Okay.
He married German Princess Alex of Hesse, who changed her name to Alexandra Fyodorovna and had 4 daughters and 1 son.
4 daughters, 1 son.
Coronated as Tsar at age 26, he expressed some doubts about wanting the position. The Tsar conceded to some reforms of his government, but in practice, the Tsar still retained autocratic control of the empire.
Uh-oh.
In 1914, Europe fell into a great war, and Russia, under the Tsar, took part on the side known as the Entente.
Entente.
Under his command, Russia suffered numerous military defeats until revolutionaries forced his abdication and placed him under house arrest.
Yes.
He was shot dead late last night along with his wife and children while they were in exile under the Bolsheviks.
Yep, whole
His
family.
remains burned.
Cold blood. Murdered. They burned his body
His
too.
life doesn't seem too bad so far. These will be useful. I should check them when I get the chance.
Okay.
As per protocol, this description is just a general overview. More details will be added as they become relevant.
Okay.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
A Bloomblood. It has not been long since another passed through here, with that Sultan.
I believe monarchs are in season right now, considering the political climate.
I don't know the political climate of 1816.
With luck, they may soon go extinct.
You got a grudge against monarchs? Or just everyone?
Damn, Ned.
Mr. Kelly, I am no misanthrope. I do not harbor malice for all people for their mere existence.
That's how you pronounce that word? I thought it was misanthrope. Have I been pronouncing that wrong the whole time? I realized she got eye bags, bro, because she's tired. Because she's tired. Because she has to do so much work. Because there's so many people dying. She's so bad.
But I do hold a grudge against men like him, the Golden Calves.
Moo.
Tell me then, my well-armored opponent, do these adulterous worms not deserve to be brought low, to wither and burn for their insolence?
Yeah, they should, but not me.
What do
I'm
I
different.
think, huh?
I want to die now so I can see her. You're right. They really are bad. It's not that simple. It's not that simple.
You can't just generalize an entire group of people like that. I'm sure there are some who are good, benevolent rulers.
Or wanna be good, benevolent rulers, but they just can't. Like me.
That includes my client, of course.
Yeah. Talking about me.
Yes. How wrong of me to generalize such a marginalized and misunderstood group such as tyrants like that.
I'm not a tyrant.
My apologies. Though, do start keeping count of where these scoundrels end up. Perhaps the numbers will be better at convincing you. If you actually studied them, you'd know my description of them so far is actually far too charitable.
I don't think you've been terribly charitable.
He hasn't been charitable to me at all. Literally, the moment I stepped in, Satan was just like, fuck you! I'm sending you to fucking death, bro. I'm sending you to hell. Just realized that's fucking Ned Kelly.
Let us focus on the Emperor in front of us for
Who's
a
Ned
moment,
Kelly?
please.
Very well, then.
It's the Iron Man.
I have reviewed his
I thought
book
that
of
was Tony
deeds
Stark.
and taken account of all his sins, no matter their magnitude from it.
The Iron Outlaw. Not ringing any bells. I don't know Ned Kelly. Oh, my
With
book of
this,
deeds.
I'd like to bring forth my first accusation.
Alright, what are you accusing me of, Mr. Accuser?
Honorable Court, you will now hear my case for his most blatant transgression, apparent from even the most cursory glance. He is guilty of the sin of pride of the highest caliber.
No, I'm not.
Where many nations have stripped back their leaders' authorities, the Russian Empire, Mr. Romanov, has fought to maintain absolute power.
No, you don't understand. That's because if I have absolute power, I could absolutely help. I could absolutely help my nation.
In fact, it was barely 13 years ago that the people revolted to wrest the balance of power from him.
Okay, well, because they're trying to take the power, that doesn't mean I'm a bad ruler if they're trying to take the
A
power.
revolution. So there was another besides the one right now?
Aussie became an outlaw, fucking over the Aussie police / law as much as he could back in the day. Based. That's based, actually. Absolutely helped to get me richer. He was this Australian outlaw known for wearing bulletproof iron armor and was the most famous for his final shootout with Australian police back in 1880. Damn! Wasn't Australia in and of itself just like a prison? Did they have, like... They had Australian police in the Australian prison state? His grudge against the police / law, if I recall correctly, was because they did his mom dirty based. You arrested my mom. Now I'm gonna fuck with you guys.
There was another revolution in Russia before
Dude,
the
honestly,
current one,
like
13 years
the
ago.
free speech auditors, should take a page out of Ned Kelly's book, I think. Australia is the dumping ground for prisoners. I thought like all the British prisoners were sent there and then they made their own like colony.
Astounding. 2 revolutions in barely a decade.
2 revolutions in a
Surely
decade.
there's nothing to scrutinize there.
Eesh.
Oh, Nick.
But what caused this
Nick,
first
no.
revolution? Was there an unpopular law getting
It's kind
passed
of
of some
poetic. He's
sort?
literally defending us. I like that. Good job, Debs. Very original.
If only. No. The cause is an incident known as Bloody Sunday.
Very
One of the many
historical.
tragedies linked to him.
Sunday, bloody
I have
Sunday.
the file on the incident from the Department of Death on hand if needed.
Yikes. Oh. That's...
The workers of the Russian Empire were some of the most poorly treated and underpaid in Europe. So an Orthodox priest with a crowd of hundreds of thousands organized a march on the Winter Palace to petition the Tsar for reforms and better working conditions. These were loyal citizens of the Tsar. They carried icons of his face on this very march and were looking to him to save them.
And I tried, I think.
As they made their way to the palace on that fateful day to ask for help from their prospective savior, the soldiers opened fire.
He just crushed a skull with his bare hand.
His man shot innocent protesters?
I wouldn't say it like that.
That's horrible. How could he do such a thing to his own people?
I remember that day. A lot of paperwork and distraught Russian immigrants.
No, but
This ain't looking good.
I didn't kill
Better
them.
interject
My
before things
people
get
killed
worse. Maybe I should take a closer look at their file that was just submitted.
On the 22nd of January 1905, more than 100,000 peaceful protesters marched on the Winter Palace to present the Tsar with a list of grievances about working conditions. When the Tsar did not appear, tensions escalated between the protesters and the soldiers. In what was likely a moment of panic, some soldiers started... Okay, I wasn't there. I didn't call for them. I didn't call for them to... The suspenders are so cute. Oh, thank you. They're overalls. Okay, I didn't tell them. I didn't tell them to open fire. It was the soldiers themselves.
Objection!
Object!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. We can't fault the Tsar for what happened.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I had to deal with my family dog. I was taking him on a walk. How was I supposed to know these protesters wanted to come to me for better working conditions, okay? I didn't sick my men on them. My men killed them themselves. They should be sent to hell. I should be fine.
And why would that be, Defense?
Simple.
The Tsar didn't open the
Tsar
shooting.
didn't order the shooting. He wasn't even in that Winter Palace. So, you can't say he was at fault here. The soldiers opened fire on their own. Probably because they felt threatened by the protesters.
Wasn't me.
That is indeed true.
Yes.
And did I not ever claim that the Tsar purposefully ordered the massacre of these
Well, I've
protesters?
seen goth punk hammy, so it's different. I have a few different outfits actually.
I am
I like
merely
making
giving
them.
some much needed context for what comes next. And do keep
This
it in mind when
is the
considering
original
Tsar's
hammy
actions
concept
after
before
this
I made
horrific
the sweater
tragedy.
outfit. And after the sweater outfit, I was like, okay, this is my default outfit now. Really giving so much needed context for what comes next, and do it in mind when considering the Tsar's actions after this horrific tragedy. I'm back. Is he guilty? No, he's not. He's not guilty yet. He only a little bit of a genocide happened underneath me, but it's fine. A couple protesters died, but I didn't order for it.
After the
So I should be
massacre,
sent to
civil
heaven.
unrest and strikes ran rampant. The people's love of the Tsar had turned to disdain as the world fittingly dubbed him Bloody Nicholas. To
No.
end the unrest, the Tsar signed the October Manifesto, meant to rein him in.
Oh.
Even after all that had transpired, he was so reluctant to sign it that it quite literally took his cousin threatening to shoot himself for him to agree to it.
Fucking do it! I'm gonna kill myself! I'm gonna kill myself if you don't sign this, bro! You know, we've been cousins for life. We've been cousins for life, but I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna fucking end it here, Nicholas! Nicholas, please! Your Honor, I was having a bad time, overdosing on meth while my dealer was likely porking my wife. Please, please understand. Your Honor, my client said JK. Nothing ever good comes from manifestos.
Would you care to take a guess what that piece
Nothing.
of paper accomplished
Unless,
after the end of the revolution? Please,
Unless you're Elliot
give
Rodger,
your
then
best
people get to laugh at you in your manifesto. For long after you die. And someone made like a fucking Diary of a Wimpy Kid parody of it. Turned every month in the year into October? Fuck, what did he say? Can I see? Okay. After the massacre... Even all that had transpired, he was so reluctant to sign it that it quickly like, okay, would you care to take a guess what that piece of paper accomplished at the end of the revolution? Nothing?
Exactly.
And did nothing.
So this manifesto was meaningless?
The
Yes.
Imperial Duma, as the new legislative body, was given the right to limit the Tsar's
I'm gonna
executive
kill
power.
myself! I'm gonna
A
kill
right he
myself over this
dutifully
meaningless
ignored.
document, Nicholas!
In practice, the Duma, alongside all other promises, were ignored, and he maintained total rule over Russia.
Ooh.
His people marched in the street, carrying his icons and singing hymns in his name, begging him for salvation, only to be massacred, their dying wishes ignored by the Tsar they worshipped.
Your Honor, the defense has a dick on his chest. Lamal!
The pride it
Oh,
must take to cleave
I
to
understand.
power after the anger and
We
grief
must send him
caused
to
is
heaven
almost
immediately.
comical.
For that penis on our defense, our fucking prosecutor's chest is quite phallic. We cannot have that here. Go back to hell.
That is the defendant's true nature. That is who he truly is.
I'm just a little bit of a coward, but that doesn't mean that I'm bad.
Thus concludes my first accusation.
Okay.
Such dedication to absolutism. What a surprise coming from such a meek individual.
I'm a meek.
Not exactly a checks and balances kind of guy, is he?
Would a man that experienced not one, but two popular revolutions really be using his power wisely?
No way they made Ace Attorney more gay somehow.
He clung to
No,
power.
there's a cute girl
even
in
as
it.
his
There's a
people
cute girl in
begged
it. That
him
doesn't
for
mean it's
relief.
gay.
It does seem very self-interested and dishonest.
That's what you think. That's what you think, but that's what he wants you to think. He's got a silver tongue, dude. He's lying to you. Like, sure, all that shit happened. Like, you know, bad stuff happened, but like, it doesn't really matter if you think about it. I think I should go to heaven. The only girl, she's allowed to sit on the chair while the men have.
There is no question of his intentions after all the tragedy and anger precipitated by his own plans.
But it was an accident. Punished for Fujo crimes. Ace Attorney has hot women too, mind you. It does have hot women too.
Why, thank you. Your
Shit, my
Honor.
point doesn't stand anymore. Off with your hair. Right away, sir.
I believe further deliberations aren't necessary. It's time to send him rightfully where he belongs.
To heaven.
Get in! Reap what you have sown! Face the consequences of your sins!
I don't wanna. Finally, Walter White, welcome back. I cook.
Order! Prosecution, may I remind you that proceedings are not complete.
Yeah.
Please do not try to provide sentencing prematurely.
I don't want to go in there. Toasty!
Seems it slipped your mind that once the prosecution is through saying their piece,
I get to cross-examine.
it falls on the defense to set 'em right.
Grr.
Do forgive me. It seems I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, you were ahead of yourself, Satan.
It seems I have forgotten the defense's role in this trial.
It's like you didn't even expect him to, like, clear my name fully, like he's
Very
going
well.
to.
It's of no issue. His fate is sealed anyway.
He's sending me straight to heaven. Would this be the equivalent of, like, pulling a gun out at the court for a death sentence? Your Honor, he's fucking guilty! Burn him! Burn him! Burn him! Burn him!
Defense.
I think
the
you jumped the
prosecution
gun,
has
man.
laid out the accusation.
No, I didn't jump
The
the gun.
defendant is guilty of the sin
gun
of pride in
was
the
in front of me
highest
the whole
magnitude,
time.
and has harmed millions of innocents in the process. If you believe there are any mitigating or exonerating factors for this sin, please make your argument.
Of
Your
course, Your
Honor?
Honor. A pretty damning accusation in the most literal sense.
Your Honor,
I'll have to find the moment in his life that may disprove that all he's interested in is power.
Who are you even defending? I'm defending Nicholas II from World War One.
If I run into a rut, I may need to
Ned
ask
Kelly,
for more
give him the
details.
sob story, Ned Kelly. Use the scroll wheel or arrow keys to cycle through pieces of evidence. Choose the relevant article to counter the prosecution's accusation. Select the press button to gain more information from the testimony. Born the 18th of May, Gregorian year 1868, as the eldest of 6 siblings, Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov is the latest and current press.
So, what exactly is a Tsar?
He deserves to die. His arrogance and
Is
stubbornness killed a lot of people.
Also the
Yeah,
Emperor?
but he's me. He's me, and I want to go to heaven, so I need to clear him of all accusations. Damn, heavy. These charges seem pretty heavy. Say it was all bait.
It's just the Russian equivalent to emperor.
Okay.
It came from the old Roman word Caesar. That got corrupted over time into Tsar.
It's just the last part of Caesar.
Though now that he's abdicated, the title in Russia is defunct.
Oh, he didn't say it. He didn't say that line.
Let us hope whatever comes next will be better for the people then.
Okay. Wait, it's like fucking. I got my truth bullets. I got truth bullets. He expressed doubt. He expressed doubt about being emperor. Okay.
Hold on. What's this about expressing some doubts during his
Your Honor,
coronation?
it was Funky Monkey Friday.
That
My
seems mighty
client
interesting.
had to go ape. You know, Funky Monkey Friday.
It's pretty interesting, yes. It's not common disposition for one of his station. Leading up to his coronation, he was very reluctant to become emperor, dreading the position.
Right.
In fact, he was quoted saying, "I am not prepared to be a Tsar. I never wanted to become one. I know nothing of the business of ruling."
Not exactly something you want to hear from your absolute ruler.
He's just incompetent. He's incompetent,
To his
okay?
credit,
He's not guilty
gave it a fair
for
go.
being incompetent. Because if you were found guilty for being incompetent, then I'd be arrested years ago. In jail.
Self-awareness is not a virtue if you continue to act as if ignorant.
Sorry.
This self-doubt, how did it progress after he became ruler? He ever get over it?
Probably not.
Doesn't
Thank you for the
seem like
follow. We're playing OUTLAWYER. Wasn't better for the people. Looks at the Soviet Union. Yeah, they wish they had Nicholas after all that happened.
It's a persistent, lifelong fear that never went away. Has been observed speaking with his confidants on the matter across time. Despite his anxieties, he stayed on the job regardless, though it's not impossible he changed far later on.
Interesting.
Incompetent president, huh? Like Venezuela. Didn't Venezuela like literally adopt Bitcoin as their national currency for like a bit, and then like the president like rug pulled people? Something tells me I'm gonna hate this game. I'm vibing with it so far. I think this might be it because you didn't. Or is it? Okay, it gets gray after I press.
How good
They
was his
portrayed Nicholas
relationship
II
with
as
his
anything but a
family
complete
this?
fucking retard. I'm gonna be angry.
Very.
We'll see. We'll see. Like the hell. You're talking about the same country that lived out of RuneScape. That's true, actually.
Unlike to a lot of royalty,
They had to sell
he was a
RuneScape
model
gold to
father who
live.
treated his family with love and kindness.
Oh, now ain't that just hard, woman?
If only he extended that same compassion to his people.
Seems there's nothing wrong with his domestic life, at least.
I didn't beat my wife, even though she's a bitch. Okay, let me press on this
Just
one.
how much power did he have?
All of it. He had unlimited power with no checks and balances.
That sounds awesome!
This was justified as him having a divine right to rule from the Russian Orthodox.
I want a divine right to rule.
Is there anything in all of existence more disgusting than those who use a higher power to justify their injustice?
You're talking about kings?
Kaczynski's right. Pull out the retard card, guys. I'm just a retard. I shouldn't go to hell. I should go to heaven for being a retard, please.
Yes, especially of the so-called divinely appointed, right?
Okay.
They claim to be chosen to rule justly, yet all their actions betray this notion. The highest of traitors are so happy in committing treason. The irony of it is worth the punishment alone. But here, there is no divine right of kings, no legion of sycophants to command. They are as low as the filth they once trod upon, just another rotting pile of meat in the ground.
I don't want to be a rotting pile of meat in the ground.
I see why he came to this trial personally. My client is just the type of person he hates.
He's an op. Okay. Fell into Great War in Russia under the Tsar.
This Great War?
Base Satan.
How did it start exactly?
I don't know how it's gonna go, actually, because he's, like, actually fully incompetent. Or... not incompetent, but, like, maliciously incompetent.
Well, after a certain someone was assassinated,
that's me.
Austria-Hungary attacked Serbia, leading to Russia attacking
Just kidding, it wasn't me. That was
leading to
Franz
Germany
Ferdinand.
attacking Russia and France.
Lucifer's undoing was his pride. Why is he so mad at Nicholas over the same sin? 'Cause he's learned. He's learned that pride is no good.
Leading to Germany trespassing Belgium to get to France, leading to Britain attacking Germany, leading to Japan attacking Germany.
Wow. Reformed. Reformed, yes. Franz Ferdinand mentioned.
But Russia is part of the good guys, right?
I don't think so.
Well, according to Russia,
I don't think they're part of the
yes.
good guys.
Okay, good.
It seems the defense is especially
Well, according to
vulnerable
Russia, they're the good guys.
propaganda.
That's a viable defense. Okay. To his command, Russia suffered numerous military defeats until revolutionaries forced his abdication and placed him under house arrest.
How exactly did it lead to unrest? Shouldn't everyone be rallying against the enemy?
They did, at first. But after losing so much, their morale simply broke. And with the Tsar taking personal command, the people easily blamed him.
Oh, why? Why would he take this game? It's gonna trigger my history boo autism!
Deservedly, if I may add.
Guess patriotism can only carry you so far.
Okay, that's all of it. Okay, I'm gonna say it's because he didn't want to rule. He didn't want to rule.
Your Honor, what Prosecutor Satan is insinuating about the defendant is very unlikely.
Oh, and why would that be?
Recall the coronation. There's something interesting our helpful angel at death mentioned. He was reluctant to become Tsar, and had
Why
even
did they
said
mention
he
his
knew nothing
assassination?
of the business of ruling.
That's how he got here, because he's dead. They killed his entire family like dogs. And his dog, I think. They did. The beginning of this game started with him being assassinated, and his whole family.
So, he was an unqualified coward. What of it?
It ain't hard to figure out. If he was so reluctant to become emperor, could you really say he was in it for the power?
Yeah, could you say that, Satan? He's just incompetent, and he didn't want to be there. So the people that died literally weren't his fault.
Yeah.
I mean, my fault.
That's right. He couldn't have been in it for the power. He was afraid of it.
No.
Oh.
He's right. That wouldn't make sense.
You're pulling your off. My client was a retard.
That's what I was wondering.
This is absurd.
He literally was forced to go goo gaga, forced to lock in.
If he was so afraid of having power, he wouldn't commit every sin in the book to keep it.
He didn't commit sins, he just didn't know what to do, because he was a retard!
He is merely acting the part of a nervous fool. Would a man who cares little for the massacre of protesters...
No, Your Honor, I
truly
did
as
care
you
about
say?
the protests. I cried. I cried so much where no one could see me over these protesters because they made me sad.
It was no
They
act.
died.
There would be no advantage to purposefully making yourself seem like a coward. Appearing weak would only make him look unreliable.
Hammy, please don't say the R word. My mom checks my phone. I'm sorry. No, she's gonna hear it. She's gonna hear it.
Only reason he would
She
confess
doesn't like that.
is if he really was scared.
She's gonna beat me again if she hears the bad words.
You underestimate the skill these vermin have at selling their falsehoods.
I'm a vermin.
Deception is their speciality, ingrained in their very being. Like a scorpion's nature to sting, even if it drowns them.
Also, he didn't order to open fire. He did not order to open fire.
Even if
The soldiers did that on their own.
then it merely means
That
the
was his
position
uncle.
changed him.
Oh,
Whether or
shit.
not he himself realized it.
Fuck my uncle.
After all, are you so quick to forget just how far he went to cling on to power? He ignored the October Manifesto, despite it being the perfect opportunity to relinquish
But
a fraction
if there's
of the
people
power he
trying to
feared
step
so
in,
much.
you know, they might be kind of untrustworthy. The Grand Duke Vladimir. With a name like Vladimir, he sounds kind of evil. You open fire on these protesters. Yes, sir, Vladimir, sir.
For humans, power corrupts.
And absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Absolutely. Tell me then, if his motive wasn't a lust for power,
He
then
wanted
what
he
was
wanted to keep everyone safe. He didn't want anyone else taking power because he knows that they'd take advantage
Surely
of it.
he would need a compelling reason to do all of that despite his fear. Are you insinuating he enjoyed the
He
constant
did admit he was a
creeping
history
anxiety?
boo.
True. Does the defense have an answer?
Yes.
Of course, Your Honor. It is possible power corrupted him, but I believe there is a simpler explanation. The only thing that kept him going was, of course...
He didn't know how to step down, because he was retarded.
It's from a tragic lack of knowledge.
Yes.
The Tsar simply had no idea how to not become emperor. Poor boy never got taught the steps to giving up. So he just kept going.
Fascinating. In that case, allow me to educate you on the procedure.
Okay.
I, Nicholas II, hereby abdicate. Done. Or I could have also worded it in a limitless number of ways that are still valid.
What are you saying exactly?
I'm insinuating that it's impossible for someone to
But
not
he
know
didn't
how to
know.
abdicate
But he didn't
unless
know.
they're literally in a catatonic brain-dead state.
That's me! I'm in a catatonic brain dead state.
Even someone as incompetent as him would be able to simply decree to his subjects that he is stepping down.
But then who would step up if I step down?
It's not inventing the airplane. It's simply declaring that you are no longer emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
No.
While I'm
Yasin, stop being so
allow me to
ableist.
assist you in teaching you how to
If
give
I'm
up.
brain dead and catatonic, I could still run a nation.
I, Edward Kelly, hereby rest my defense
Oh
and
shit.
accept that my client belongs in hell. Feel free to use that whenever you feel it is convenient.
Let's get back on topic. Does the defense have a different idea for why the Tsar kept his power?
He I don't know if I'll get a bad end. I want to make another save. Okay. He probably believed it was his duty. But if it not his full government game. Okay, I'm gonna say he couldn't
Due to the way
job.
the law in Russia works, it was impossible for him to refuse being emperor. He didn't have a choice.
Paching.
He couldn't give it up if he wanted to. And he wanted to so very bad.
You're proposing that he couldn't abdicate.
Yeah, he couldn't.
So how did he end up doing it then?
He died. He got forced out.
Wait. What?
The Tsar abdicated his throne upon his return from the front.
Bad logic. He has absolute power.
In his craveness, it seems he's quite capable of giving up his power when the enemy is at the gates.
He was gonna abdicate originally.
Well, that's different. That was
Yeah,
mid-revolution.
the system was different.
Whole system was upended. But during most of his reign, it was impossible for him. Ain't that right, Azrael?
Right?
Sorry.
Oh.
There's nothing in the law that's really stopping him from stepping down. He could have abdicated at any time and appointed someone like another family member as successor.
Oh.
Oh.
Seems I overestimated the strictness of Russian law.
If you yourself, however, want to abdicate your position of defense, you're more than allowed to.
Azrael is wife. Bad bitch, you're supposed to be on our
Indeed.
side.
I advise the defense to abdicate this morning.
Go abdicate yourselves.
Go abdicate
Alright,
yourself.
let me try that again. The real reason he
Was
remained
because
emperor,
he honestly
picture this.
believed it was his duty.
You were born into the royal family, and since birth, you've been groomed to be the next
No
emperor.
grooming!
Everyone teaches you your family is divinely ordained to rule the Russian people, and you're next. And that's the best way. You can call it naive, but he really believed that he had to be the emperor for his people. That's what he was taught all his life.
He was groomed, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client was groomed.
He brought his own propaganda.
Not how I'd word it, but yes, the people believed in their emperor, and he ruled for their sake. He wasn't after unchecked power, but fulfilling his sense of duty.
The only grooming allowed is my 2 Persian cats. fed, have a drink.
And so what? Many a despot has felt they had the best intentions. Does
Yeah.
that make their actions selfless? Even in ignorance of their inadequacy?
He had a pure heart.
I don't know about any other evil overlords
His
that
heart
strike your
was
fancy.
pure.
But for a guy who's deathly terrified of the job, he was carrying a cross that he really believed would bring nothing but the best to his people. However foolish it may have been. That's as selfless as you can get.
I'm selfless.
Why, you dare to compare carrying a cross to this tyrant's actions? Such blasphemous, insolent, unacceptable!
I must agree with the defense.
Fuck!
Based on the fact that they stand,
Guys, I
it
think I'm
seems
going
the
to hell.
defendant was acting under the belief that his rule was divinely mandated, which is quite remarkable, considering how many leaders have used that as an excuse without themselves believing it.
Looks like we can put this accusation to rest.
On the accusation that he is guilty of the sin of pride from megalomania.
Megalomania?
The defendant is not guilty.
What? I'm not guilty, guys. We're going to heaven.
Instead,
Instead.
the defendant is a man who faced his fears to become the leader that his people needed, or that he thought his people needed. at
My
least.
heart was pure. My heart was pure. Therefore, I get
Hey,
to go to heaven.
It's the
Thanks,
thought that
Peter
counts.
Griffin.
However,
Yes.
even though he doesn't have the aforementioned great sin of pride, it's clear his reign is still marked by a variety of sins.
Yes.
His undermining of democracy, going back on the mandates of October Manifesto, his questionable track
Oh yeah, we
record
love
with
monarchy.
protesters. His noble but naive motive speaks to the chance he could be reformed here in purgatory. But he has still hurt so many with his actions. And as it stands, they are not enough to earn him damnation. However,
I cannot go to heaven. Give him some community service. He could pick up the trash in heaven.
Yeah. Still a pretty sporty record.
Very well. I shall concede this point. It seems he was no malicious mastermind, but merely a fool in over his head.
Yeah.
I must concede that his near infinite ignorance has granted him mercy. This once.
Yay! I could have
It's
said it better
as you
myself.
say. My client is a fool, but that makes your job harder.
Aren't you a bit too comfortable with insulting your own client's intelligence?
No, he understands.
I see you have made the strategic maneuver of sacrificing your client's intelligence for his innocence. We shall see how long you keep that up, as the accusations mount. Regardless, I had thought that this trial would be over before Christmas. But alas, just like the war, we must continue this charade because of insignificant granular details.
Sorry, but I can do this all day.
You must be wondering what he actually did with all his power, no? That cross he so nobly carried.
What did he do with it?
Well, now it's time to learn about his
Ooh.
wise decision. Your Honor, I would like to bring forth
second
my
accusation.
second accusation.
proceed.
Now, what is he up to?
As you may recall, previously I spoke of his want of power. But now, I tell you what he actually did with it. Mass, unjustifiable murder.
Yippee!
The defendant is a warmonger who has waged meaningless wars with hundreds of thousands of deaths on his hands. His rule was marked by two devastating conflicts.
Oh.
Both so devastating they individually ruptured the very fabric of Russian society. I submit files on both of these conflicts to the court.
The Russo-Japanese war file. The Great War file.
A warmonger? A man as intimidating as the defendant? Could we perhaps get more details on these conflicts?
Of course. There were two conflicts which he took part in. Of course, we all know of the current ongoing conflict enveloping Europe and the world, and the cause of many a mass migration here recently. But before that, he also fought a war against the island nation of Japan in the Far East.
Japan?
Japan
What could they
mentioned.
possibly be fighting about?
As usual with warmongers, nothing worth fighting for.
Now, before you get mad at my client for bullying Japan, just remember...
Bullying? Japan? Oh, how adorable. The Russian bear was the one getting bullied.
Oh.
Wait. What? Russia lost? Thought they were some big, powerful empire.
So did everyone at the time. The Russo-Japanese War was a catastrophic defeat for the Russians.
Bullying Japan, that's unacceptable.
In fact, it was the first time in centuries that a global European power was not only beaten, but utterly routed by an Asian force. The complete victory of Japan was a huge surprise to international observers. It solidified them as a great power while Russia was reeling with the loss of prestige and influence.
Staple your hair back on. Thank you.
Though personally, I was more concerned about processing 160,000 reports for the victims.
160,000? I'm learning history against my will.
Astounding.
Dude, they should
Your
play
client
this game
has a
in like
long,
fucking
solid
history
career of
classes
historic
across the
failures and
nation.
embarrassments, and we are
I'm
still
learning
only
so
in
much.
1905.
Wait, 1905? Could it be related to the First Revolution?
Keen observation. The people's discontent with that embarrassing defeat was a major impetus for the revolution. So, not only does he love starting wars, he is evidently terrible at handling the aftermath.
Being a bad commander ain't a sin.
That is a sin. That is a sin because you cause people to die, though.
If all this is true, then he is quite a despicable man.
I don't know if I could defend myself.
But of course, Your Honor, I'd say it's about time we send him on his way.
Okay, but don't open the vortex, because that's just gonna look bad on you.
May we hear the verdict?
Prosecution, I understand you are very eager for justice. But please, remember court proceedings.
Could you imagine Ace Attorney if Phoenix Wright just kept saying, lock him up. Fucking lock him up every 2 seconds. But Hammy, remember, retardation. I like Satan too. I wonder how he was scheming him out of this one.
I understand the rush.
He didn't understand that the Japanese had some power, okay?
You're scared that if you don't get him as soon as you can, he'll be free. Ain't that it?
Seems like it. Grr.
I do not fear defeat. From atop his mountain of victims, my judgment cannot be evaded.
Then, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about from me.
Oh my god, I drank from my water bottle, just fucking splashed back in my face.
It seems we need to make some additions to the recounting of his life.
Okay.
Please amend the account of his life to have more details about the wars.
Okay.
Already prepared, Your Honor.
Defense, prepare to make your argument.
Okay.
Born 18th of May, Gregorian year 1868, as the eldest of 6 siblings, Nikolai Alexandrovich Romanov is the latest and currently last Tsar of Russia. He married German Princess Alex of Hesse, who changed her name to Alexandra Fyodorovna, and had 4 daughters and 1 son.
We know this.
Coronated as Tsar at age 26, he expressed some doubts about wanting the position. In 1904, Russia and Japan went to war in Manchuria. The Tsar himself was caught off guard as he was not expecting the war.
See, he wasn't expecting the war. He wasn't expecting the war, therefore I'm incompetent.
And the Sea of Japan, with the opening battle being at Port Arthur, now called Ryojin under the Japanese. The disastrous events of the war led to the First Russian Revolution and the subsequent attempts at reform. In 1914, Europe fell into the Great War and the Tsar joined Russia with France and the United Kingdom as part of the Triple Entente. As Russia faced defeats, the Tsar took control as commander-in-chief in 1915, leaving domestic affairs to the Tsaritsa. He was based in Russian Poland and would not return home from the front until 1917. Despite this, Russia continued to suffer military.
Everybody say hello, hamster. Wishing
Catastrophic
good stream.
situation
Thank you,
led to mass
G-Man.
unrest in the country.
I'm learning
Finally, the Tsar was
history.
forced to abdicate, and a new provisional government took charge. Him and his family were put under house arrest. He was shot dead late last night along with his wife and children while they were in exile under the
Has this guy ever won anything?
No, I'm incompetent.
Alongside this, I also have some important files to submit.
War. War.
If you have any questions, be not.
For the leader of a massive army, he does not have a good track record when it comes to military achievements.
All bark, no bite. He tries to show an air of dominance
It's an
only to become
autism
the
test. He
global
won the
laughing
autism
stock.
test.
Unfortunately for the defense, I doubt his naivety can be used as an excuse this time.
Au contraire, Satan. It absolutely can be weaponized.
Defense, the prosecution has laid out their second accusation, that the defendant is guilty of the sin of wrath, being a warmonger who dragged his empire into 2 devastating wars. If you believe there are any mitigating or exonerating factors for this sin, please make your argument.
Yes,
I will
Your Honor.
mitigate it completely.
Looks like I'll have to somehow show that despite being involved in 2
He
wars,
wasn't expecting
he's not
the
a bloodthirsty
war.
conqueror.
He
At
wasn't
this point,
expecting it. It just happened.
Maybe the best bet is to get more info and
Wait.
find an angle to work
Thank
with.
you so much for the raid. Oh God. Oh frick. Oh. Thank you so much for the raid. Ume. I think that's what that says. Thank you so much. We're playing OUTLAWYER. It's a game that's kind of like Phoenix Wright. But what? Oh, hello, hi. Hey, readers, check this. What are you gonna show them? Oh God. I'm bald. I'm bald. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription. Holy shit. Oh, thank you. Oh God. I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting. Sorry. I have to prove that Nicholas the Second from World War One. It was World War One. It was World War One. Was actually just an incompetent fellow, and he totally deserves to go to heaven after dying.
I should tackle one of them before moving on to the other.
Okay. You won't always have the information available to you. Press pieces of information to learn potentially more vital information. Okay, there is something about the... Okay, I probably have to press on the
Did
war.
the Tsar send any
He was
help
just a
to
silly
his
fellow. He
navy
didn't
here?
mean no harm. He didn't mean no
Surely
harm.
He wouldn't have been
Surely not.
He did actually. He sent the Baltic fleet
Your
across
Honor,
the world
Japan
as
was crazy as
reinforcements.
fuck. That's my defense, because they really were. Wait, so it's Ace Attorney but Heaven and Hell? Yes, it's basically Ace Attorney but it's Heaven and Hell. Thank you for the follow so much. Okay.
Ha!
Fuck.
See? He saved his fleet.
But it was a disaster.
Okay.
The
Okay,
fleet encountered
I gotta lock
so
in.
many issues, from firing at British
I'm still not
fishermen
used to this.
mistaking them for Japanese vessels, to having an opium epidemic. And when the fleet
No,
finally
he
arrived,
got them
they
addicted
were
to
defeated
opioids. I can't defend that.
Well, he had good
Good
intentions.
intentions.
What was that human expression about the road to hell again?
Who is Azrael? Is she the accuser or the judge or both? Azrael is the archangel of death. So basically, she sees all of the dead, and so she's brought in to testify that Nicholas has killed a lot of people. Ace Attorney, but slightly less gay. Oh wait, I need to press on this war as well.
Why exactly was he surprised about the war? Wouldn't the highest commanding officer know about a war they were preparing for?
that's because Russia wasn't preparing for war in the first place.
She's bad though.
War started with a surprise attack on the ships of Port Arthur without a declaration of war.
Okay, so they were attacked. They were attacked and then we lost completely. That's not my fault.
Well, Technically, there was a declaration, but it purposefully arrived 3
Christianity
hours
doesn't name
after
the angel of
attack
death, but in
already began.
Judaism, he's Samuel, and in Islam, Azrael. I think they take from a lot of different religions and stuff, because at the beginning, Nicholas got transferred in through the river Styx, which, does the river Styx exist in like any other religion? Probably. I'm not well versed in that though. His helmet bends his eyebrows, yes.
Very honorable.
His little eye slit is very expressive. No. Okay.
Victory wipes away dishonor.
Let me guess. My client didn't think anyone would attack without saying so first.
The river Styx is more Greek,
Not
yeah, that's what I
polite to
thought, but it's in
tear
this
each
game as
other
well.
apart without
So they
agreeing
pull
on it, I
from a lot
suppose.
of different resources. Dude, they have fucking Ned Kelly as our attorney. Don't question it. Styx isn't a Christian thing, but the accuser is. Not sure about Azrael. Styx is just Greek. Through the New Testament, though the New Testament does sometimes use Greek terms like Hades.
Precisely. The Tsar was really surprised by the attack, almost incredulous, especially since his ministers assured him nothing would happen.
No, they're not gonna attack us, sir. They're not gonna attack us. You remember when I told you that they weren't gonna attack us? They actually attacked us, buddy.
To be fair, though, in this day and age, 2 formal states going to war without a declaration is rather
Well, in Mexican culture, there's a being that guides you to the other side in a boat through a lake. That's cool as hell. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens.
Well,
until it
that's
happens.
just rude of the Japanese then, ain't it?
That is rude of the Japanese.
But you amend the testimony to include
Surely
this
they
info.
wouldn't do that again hundreds of years
This
later.
feels very important.
Or 100 years later.
Sure.
Alright, amend that. Okay, I think this might be the answer. But I don't think these are relevant to war. So I'm gonna use this one.
People
Billions
of the
must be
court,
judged.
I'm afraid we have a grave misunderstanding.
I'm just
about the
incompetent.
defendant's
I'm
motive.
just an incompetent little guy. Come
No.
on.
Prosecution. Just to clarify, what exactly do you mean by warmonger? What makes him one?
Yeah, I was just in the wars. I wasn't mongering the
Simple.
wars.
A warmonger is one who indulges in war without remorse or
I mean,
proper
Pearl
justification.
Harbor happened less than 40 years
They
later.
view conquest as a glorious
100.
achievement,
Close enough.
and not the senseless atrocity that it is.
Last time it was 1905. They did it like 35 years later. You literally visited the museum. I knew it was 19 something. I knew it was 19 something. We're in like the 1800s right now. You know. I was about to say, reminder, she actually went to Hawaii and visited the Pearl Harbor Museum. I'm just an incompetent little guy, guys. You expect me to remember something as insignificant as dates? Come on. I'm on vibes. I'm on history vibes here. The Japanese were conquering parts of China, but Russia was planning to build a railroad through there, so they flipped out and fortified their position. Then Japan made friends with England and attacked. This led up to Japan's involvement in World War I.
Interesting.
I didn't expect this stream
By
to
that
be so
definition,
historical, actually.
My client is
Incompetent. Memory is hard. It is
a
hard.
peacemonger.
I'm a peacemonger. Hello, main artist for OUTLAWYER here. Thank you for playing the newest build, where Ned wears the right shirt this time, and Azrael and Satan use a new shampoo for their luscious hair. I really like the art design of this game. We were talking about it earlier. I like how the sprites are, like, animated. Like, when they're talking. It makes it a lot more, like, lively, especially since it's a visual novel.
What?
What? What?
A what monger?
Never mind that. How can you earnestly claim that this monster desired peace when he carelessly slaughtered
I
hundreds
didn't
of
slaughter
thousands
him.
of men in
I
a
didn't
war that
slaughter
he...
him. Hashtag give Ned his iron chest armor.
Did not start.
Azrael is really cute. Yeah. Dude, he's hitting the edge with bows.
What led up to this war?
Very well.
Russian ships were attacked unannounced by the Empire of Japan.
Yeah.
They only received a declaration of war 3 hours after their attack on Port Arthur.
Yeah, how are you going to respond to that, Satan?
This is no case of
So we got warmongers,
warmongering.
peacemongers, and fishmongers.
Neither
What other mongers
was
are
my
there?
Client bullying a
Uh,
helpless smaller nation.
cornmongers.
Excuse you, Your Honor. I didn't slaughter them. They died in battle.
This was justified self-defense.
Self-defense. Yes, yes.
Oh, he's right.
There's so many people asking him. That Azrael's very popular.
Like so many responsibilities in his life, that war was thrust upon him.
Yes, yes. Time to staple the hair back on. Oh, thank God.
He wasn't looking for a
Oh,
fight.
thank God.
It came to him. When his men were attacked,
So
he sent
embarrassing.
troops
Balded
from
after
the
a
other side of the
raid.
world to beat back the aggressors. He was their hero.
It wasn't his fault that he didn't fully commit.
Your obsession
Oh, I'm
with
sure
your
he fully
client's
committed,
supposed
just not well.
benevolence is amusing. But since you enjoy idolizing him so much, I'd like to hear your opinion on Japan's justification to declare war in the first place.
Okay, why did they declare war?
Their
Fortunately, we didn't reach the
justification?
stretch goal, so it's up in the air if we'll be able to do it. Aw.
It's spelled out in their declaration. It was Russia's expansion and
No
garrison
marriage.
in Manchuria that
No
threatened the
marriage.
Far East and prompted the Battle of Port Arthur. No wonder they didn't wait for their declaration to be accepted. The Tsar's orders to fortify their presence in Manchuria were a tacit declaration in and of themselves.
Was it really?
Well, look who's falling for state-sponsored propaganda now.
Oh, he's falling for propaganda Japan. He's falling for propaganda Japan.
Are you seriously believing the words from another
Mm-hmm.
imperial power? One that attacked first, mind you.
Yeah.
Politics is all show. What could his military have been doing in the region if not quietly annexing it? Especially after stalling negotiations on leaving their sphere of influence. Just as we've seen in the Great War, this man is perfectly content underestimating conflicts he planned to take part in. His men being massacred doesn't prove he was innocent. He sent his soldiers to kill and die in defense of a far-off imperial vanity project.
The stretch goal was for relationships, by the way. The entire selling point was dating Azrael. Damn! I wish I played this game like a week ago. Guys could have helped to date Azrael. This is your guys' fault.
How can you be so sure that he didn't want war to come upon him?
Common sense. Take one look at the guy.
He's a little goober.
Not possible.
What?
Just so happens that I have all I need.
That is... Okay. Set of correspondences between the Tsar and his cousin, Kaiser Wilhelm II. In it, the Kaiser constantly encourages the Tsar to go to war against Japan. However, Nicholas kept rejecting and wanting to compromise and avoid conflict. This made Kaiser consider him a coward and even insulted him with, "You innocent angel," via telegram. Missed the goal by like 700 Australian dollars. This game's... Oh!
Right here.
Australian. I don't mean to insult you, but I thought you guys were British.
These papers correspond.
You'll only be able to romance Ned through fan fiction and
What
art.
does Germany possibly have to do with all this?
Germany isn't Japan, evidently, but these letters
Jesus
are
Christ,
about
hamstrudel.
Japan. If you wade through the
You can't
Kaiser's
assume someone
ramblings
is
about
British. I'm
containing
sorry.
the Yellow Menace,
I'm sorry.
the Tsar, honestly, tried to avoid war. His advisors told him not to go to
That's
war,
an
and he
insult in
himself
and of itself.
believed
Yes, yes.
the Japanese would never attack the great
White
power
racism.
of
Can't
Russia.
believe it.
In fact, my client was insulted by being called an innocent angel by the Kaiser because he kept wanting peace. Such a horrific insult.
It's so insulting that he got called an innocent angel, so he started a war.
His private conversations show that he really tried to maintain peace.
He did.
I can't believe this.
It's his the Kaiser's
I'm coming
fault.
for that Kaiser when his day arrives.
Oh my. Reading these letters, it seems that the German Emperor truly hates the Japanese. Have they settled their differences by now?
Probably. Actually, late pledges for the Kickstarter are still available, so you can still support the project. Can you send a link to that? In case anyone wants to donate to this game.
Well, they are currently at war, so no.
I hope that one day Germany
The
and Japan
angel
can
here is hot
settle
as
their
fuck,
differences
so,
and become
like-
friends.
Why wouldn't you want to be an angel?
I don't really see an access for them to find common ground on.
Though the Tsar seemingly had not planned for war, it was his decision to reinforce his unlawful expansionism in Asia that sparked it regardless.
Perhaps. But let the historians debate that.
There it is. There's a link if anyone's interested.
The accusation levied to my client is warmongering, not mismanagement.
Can we pin that, Gurren?
Well, I doubt wanting a port that wasn't frozen over half the year was just an excuse for war. My client tried his best to stay away from a fight, and clearly he did not have the forethought to beat Japan into war for his own benefit. Unless you have something to prove otherwise.
Oh, burden of proof's on you now, buddy. Oh yeah, he's mad.
The argument made by the defense is sound, and I do not think his conduct in the Russo-Japanese War shows him as bloodthirsty.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'm still taking him to hell.
Well done. I must commend you on your efforts.
Thank you.
Why, thank you. But I have a feeling you're not quite done, are you?
Now there's still a third
I
accusation.
can see that you are right.
What?
Japan was the aggressor.
Okay, yeah,
and
the
there's
third
nothing more to
accusation.
say on the matter. You've proven his innocence in this small, forgotten war. A footnote in his portfolio, really.
You sure cared a lot about those hundreds of thousands of casualties until right now.
But I believe it's time for us to move on from this minor skirmish of Manchuria and see the main event. We still have yet to talk about the current war with Central Powers, who many have dubbed the Great War.
I mean, war doesn't sound really great, if you ask
Where
me.
millions are sent to their
Who
deaths.
keeps giving him skulls to crack?
What does it matter that he fought rightfully in self-defense in a minor conflict when you neglected to even bring up the Great War?
Well, the Great War wasn't talked about. You know, we weren't even on about that yet.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah.
And no, this time there is no case for justified self-defense.
He's got a collection like he's a predator.
Russia entered the war by attacking neighboring countries.
He's got rows of them
first.
under that table. He's probably keeping them like in his pocket void.
Russia was the first to launch an offensive into East Prussia and then into Galicia.
Oui.
You cannot argue defense when you were the one with the opening salvo.
Yeah, but that was probably someone else. He's just got a large Rubbermaid bin under his pedestal. Oh, he's got two of them actually. One for the cracked skulls and one for the uncracked skulls, I think.
Russia?
Or maybe he
first?
just pours the crumbs over
That
the other
true?
skulls so they don't feel fear.
Yes, Russia was the first to mobilize and attack its neighbors, with the Russian First and Second Army being sent into Germany with the goal of eventually taking Berlin.
Well, that sounds pretty bad,
Did
actually.
they succeed?
Is Berlin currently Russian?
Hope everyone likes Satan's haunting eyes and general design. I fought hard for him to retain that look, the eyes especially.
Tannenberg was a long week for
He's
us in the Department
scary.
of Death.
Like a bull, charging headfirst into a wall.
Don't give him pupils. We're not giving him pupils.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Looks like it's back to cross-examining his life.
Okay. The Great
There
War.
must be something about the Great War I missed.
Very well. Now that the matter of the war with Japan is settled, let us continue the examination.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Looks like old Satan is getting nervous. Could be it finally dawned
He
on
said
him
the
that
line, the
Nikki
darkest dungeon.
might just go free. Still, I should watch out for whatever he has planned.
Alright. Okay, the Great War. Japan, Russia with the war in Manchuria. Clash throughout the region, Sea of Japan. think I have to... It's probably
Just
pressure.
making sure. The Tsar wasn't even expecting to go to war in the first place.
No. He was assured the Jap.
Interesting.
Oops. Okay, press.
Did the Tsar send any help to his navy here? Surely, he wouldn't abandon his men.
He did, actually. He sent the Baltic fleet across the world as reinforcements.
Ha! See? He saved his fleet.
Actually, everyone died.
But it was a disaster.
No.
The fleet encountered so many issues, from firing at British fishermen
A
mistaking them
fisherman?
for Japanese vessels, to having an open... And when the fleet finally arrived, they were defeated immediately.
Well,
What was that
Yeah,
human
good
expression about the...
Oh. Road to hell is paved with good intentions. But what about his birth? What relates to the Great War? Clash throughout the region of Sea of Japan, the opening battle, port. I'll press.
just how much power?
All of it.
Heavy.
He had unlimited power
What?
with no checks and balances. This was justified.
Is there anything in all...
You're talking.
Yes.
What did I
Especially
do?
if they claim to be the high... But
Okay, hold on. Try to lock it, Hammy. Can't let our beloved retards go to hell. Oh. What does this button do? Oh! Okay, it's the second thing of evidence. Okay. Shot dead. Nope. It's one factor that led to the revolution. Under his command, Russia suffered numerous military defeats until revolutionaries forced his abdication. Such a face defeats, the Tsar took control as commander-in-chief, leaving domestic affairs to the Tsar's, Europe fell into the Great War and the Tsar joined Russia with France. Well, they thought that they were helping their guys. Surely.
How could you possibly say he was
Okay,
a warmonger?
fuck.
I do not.
Well,
Oh wait, I'm trying to prove he's not a
Defense.
warmonger.
so how could you
No!
I
Well,
is this...
defend.
right. Sorry.
I didn't mean to do that again. Okay. How could you say he was a warmonger when he didn't return the... Oh, I need more info.
was the Tsaritsa is a ruler.
Oh, she was not well regarded by the populace. As a German, the people of Russia widely distrusted her, and the rumor that she was under the control of a mystic didn't help.
What's wrong with following a mystic?
Seems his wife had a hard time being queen.
Seems to be a common theme with this family. Rasputin. I'm
How exactly
Rasputin.
did it lead to unrest? Should
They did, but after losing so much, their morale simply broke, and with the Tsar taking personal command, the...
Deservedly...
Mr. Rasputin himself. Mr. Rasputin himself.
Hold on a second. This big war with the Entente.
Objection. Relevance. Why so...
True. I haven't been keeping up with the war, but even I can tell that this is very complex.
Super
Is
complex.
learning about this war important to this trial?
Probably.
Didn't we just
Considering-
talk about the reason he went to war with Japan? And that it helped prove he's not a warmonger?
Yeah.
At the end
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
day,
yeah. Abby,
whether
the hell
or
is
not
that?
Russia went to war
It's
or
OUTLAWYER.
just sat back lollygagging was up to the Tsar. It's especially important to learn about the
We're-
reason since Russia attacked first.
Trying to prove my innocence. I, Nicholas II of Russia.
Matter of fact,
From World War
I'd
I.
say it's suspicious to object to something like that.
Ooh.
Your argument is valid. Overruled. The defense's question will be heard.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Azrael, could you tell us what caused the war and why Russia joined?
On it. Russia is allied with the small Balkan country of Serbia, a Slavic nation bordering the Empire of Austria-Hungary. Austro-Hungarian Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated by a Slavic nationalist group called Young Bosnia.
Russia and Serbia, huh? Yeah.
Which was associated with a larger group
Nicholas
known as the
II
Black
was
Hand,
the
which
emperor
wanted to
of
unify
Russia.
the South Slavic people in one nation.
This is, I think, in 1918. This is a very historical game, Spoon.
The Empire suspected the group had connections to Serbia, causing outrage in the imperial government.
The Black Hand?
No,
Such
Hammy.
a sinister name.
Yes. Yes, Spoon.
But why did they kill him?
If we were to discuss all the intricacies of Balkan politics, we would be here for the rest of eternity.
It's current year, 1918. Can't wait till you defend. How do you know? Is the war over? No, it told me the year, and I died.
It's a long story. For another time. What you should know is the ensuing crisis is what led Austria-Hungary to declaring war on Serbia. Russia, despite having no formal treaty, then declared war on Austria-Hungary and launched an invasion into both countries to support Serbia.
Wait, are you being judged? I am being judged. I'm trying to, basically, I'm trying to figure out if I go to heaven or hell right now. For my sins.
No.
No!
No! This can't be. How could he do this?
Am I going to hell?
Am I finally getting through?
What's the matter, defense? Is there a grave issue?
Perhaps.
Defense, what's wrong? I can sense you're pale.
You mean to tell me that this whole time I've been defending a man who went to war with my home of Australia?
What? I can't defend you. I can defend you no longer, Nicholas. You're going to hell.
Ned. Australia and Austria are completely different places.
Huh?
Austria is an Alpine European country that's one half of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, while Australia is a British Commonwealth country in the Southern
it's silent
Pacific.
expression. They made the joke. Let's go.
So yes, pretty sure they are different. Also, Russia and Australia are on the same side, so don't worry about them fighting.
If Australia and Russia are on the same side, then I can defend this man.
I was wondering when we conquered Hungary.
Is this a femboy? No, I'm pretty sure Azrael is a female.
And here
But
thought
I
we were
don't have enough
starting to feel
information to
basic
determine that yet.
empathy for the victims.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Anytime.
So, Russia joined the war because of Serbia. Seems like a lot of trouble for a small ally.
Why, it's almost as if it was merely an excuse.
No, he really cared. Azrael is indeed a female. There you
Things
go.
went to hell
Confirmation
after
from
that.
the artists themselves.
Literally for a lot of them.
Australian cowboys fighting the winged hussars sounds pretty cool.
This is important information. Could this be added to the testimony?
Please let it be added to the testimony.
Sure. Which part specifically?
Not Australian, Austria, different countries. Russia fought to defend Serbia. They had their heart in the
That
right
Russia
place.
fought to defend Serbia,
Heart was in the right
who
place.
was being attacked.
Consider it done.
Russia joined the war on the side of the Entente to defend their fellow Slavic ally Serbia, who was under the threat of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
So, he at least managed to save Serbia, right?
He tried his best, but Serbia was lost to its enemies.
Failure to himself, a failure to his nation, of course, a failure to his allies. shit. Did I amend that to the wrong thing?
So, he at least...
He tried.
Oh wait, I just pressed. I didn't choose it.
Well,
That line wasn't voiced, was it?
looks like you were right.
It wasn't. I voiced it. Fun fact, due to the fact most known historical figures are male, we made the strategic decision to make a number of angels female to even out the male-to-female ratio. That's
Well,
a
I
fun
have to hand it
fact.
to you, Satan. You got me.
Every girl is an angel, I'm sure.
My client clearly wasn't just defending himself. Good on you, mate.
Wipe that smug look off the face we all know is under that helmet. You obviously have another farce to waste the court's time on.
No.
Hey now, patience is a virtue, ain't it?
This is asinine. What could be more cut-and-dried warmongering than marching into another man's home and shooting him dead?
It was out of love.
Is there ever a situation where it is justified
It's
outside
friend
of
defense.
self-defense?
It was friend defense.
And what if he was strangling your brother?
What if he was strangling your brother?
Strangling your...
Serbia was like Russia's brother.
Defense? Where is this going?
I don't know about you, but if my brother were in trouble, I would do everything I can to save him. Recall that Austria-Hungary was laying out Serbia for the death of their Archduke when Russia attacked.
What? Thank you for following.
I'm not Serbia's attorney, so I don't know the details of the case, but nonetheless, they were facing total destruction. Serbia was lucky to have reliable allies, and that hero in shining armor came to their rescue as hoped.
And kind of lost.
So, tell me,
Oh,
what could be more cut and dried heroism than making a stand for your ally?
yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
He's right.
He is right. I'm always right.
What?
Huh?
Heroism? Is there no end to this madness?
His mate Serbia was being attacked,
Madness?
and instead of sitting by, he
This
went out of his way to
is
help.
Austria.
Of course. It's
Russia.
heroic to save a little guy from big bullies.
Yeah.
This means nothing. This proves nothing. Lies and excuses, the peak of absurdity.
Wait, why does Lucifer have a halo? Cause wasn't Satan a fallen angel?
This relationship with Serbia is nothing but a power play. A cause for war in Europe.
He's kind of like an angel, but like in hell.
The Tsar helped Serbia to maintain Russian prestige.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, fallen angel.
Part of it is just some big power play. Maybe you're right about wanting to maintain Russian prestige. Maybe he had more than one reason to fight.
What? Oh, thank you for following.
But that doesn't change the
scares me
fact that the
every
trigger for him joining the war is still to defend Serbia. Your ideas of why he went to war is still just unproven speculation, face it. He's no warmonger.
This Big G
He's
is
always
number
got a good
one, then
reason.
decided to screw that up. How do you screw that up, man? God said Satan could keep the halo before tossing him out of heaven. Get the fuck out of here. But you can keep your cool accessory.
No. You can't just...
Or maybe it's so like when he gets to hell, everyone's gonna make fun of him because he got kicked out of heaven, and the halo will forever remind people and him of that.
I've heard enough. According to the facts of the matter, we can safely assume the defendant did not seek war in the East or the West.
Not the East nor
As
the West,
such,
baby.
None the accusation that he is guilty of the sin of wrath for warmongering.
That ain't me. That's just a evilly drawn image of me.
The defendant is not guilty.
We're not guilty. Whoa, he's a
The
hero.
defendant is a man who fought wars when he felt he must.
Not too sure of the details
and
myself,
otherwise
but to
tried
my
to
knowledge, we made the
avoid
choice to
conflict.
separate Satan from the devil / Lucifer, so he's technically an angel here.
Though clearly he is very
The
bad.
holy hand grenade. The holy hand grenade.
Thank you,
I didn't even
Your
see
Honor,
it.
for seeing
was
what
too
a
busy
big softy
reading
he
chat.
actually is.
Do not misinterpret the point of this trial. I can only agree with the prosecution that this was the consequence of the Tsar's imperial ambitions. His conduct in foreign affairs worry me, as does his vilification for the Asian races visible from his letters.
No, come on. That was just like a one-time thing, right?
Hoping you wouldn't notice those.
However, his intentions were innocent enough to warrant some leeway.
Oof.
He cannot be damned for wars he had so little volition in being a part of.
Racism, let's go!
Mighty kind of you, Your Honor.
Come on, it was the 1900s. Racism was okay back then.
So, my
he got
fiery
attacked,
friend,
okay?
ready
That
to
was
fall?
happening all the time. That's why everyone
have
was
any
racist.
objections to my
From my small knowledge, it seems that
peacemonger?
Satan is based more on the Judaism interpretations of him, where it's a different entity from Lucifer. Judaism, Satan is an accuser. He got a worse sentence. He's gonna see his wife again. Satan and Hebrew literally meaning accuser, if I recall correctly.
He may not be a warmonger, but I have a variety of sins to bring up. Many of them from his long tenure.
I don't know, man. I've been beating your allegations.
Unjust
I've been
orders,
beating the accusations.
foolish behavior, impolite comments, trying to Russify Finland.
Go ahead. Bring 'em on. Though, since I presume none of them are as bad as the things you just accused him of,
No, there's just a little bit of bad words, a
don't
little
mind
bit of
airing his dirty
bullying,
laundry.
but not like murdering
as
bullying.
long as he doesn't go to hell.
Indeed. It's important for us to see all
The
his
Finns
wrongdoings.
never forgave him for
Though
that.
as it stands, it's unlikely he'll go to hell for them.
Oh,
He's actually stumped.
oh my
It
god.
should be smooth riding from here.
We're beating the
Now
allegations.
all that's left is the formalities, and we can...
Wait a frickin' second. I just thought of a horrible sin that he absolutely is guilty of.
Stop!
Oh. The accuser and the serpent that we call Lucifer are one and the same. It is by Satan's pride that he accuses man.
Huh?
Huh?
What is going on?
I have just been handed an order from the Department of Prayer and Intercession. It's an order that this trial is to have a witness.
A witness?
A witness?
A witness?
Who are they pulling in as a witness?
What is this? I have not been told about this.
A witness? Most of the time, an angel of death
Are they
is
bringing in my
sufficient.
kids and my wife?
A witness? Are surprise witnesses even allowed? Who's this witness you're talking about?
I don't know, but I'm afraid this order came from above. I wasn't expecting a witness for this
God's
trial.
giving me a witness.
Seems whoever this witness is has an accusation against the defendant. An accusation of betrayal.
Betrayal?
What?
Betrayal? The worst sin of
The
all?
worst sin, betrayal.
How was I not informed of this? I'm the prosecutor of this case. In fact, I'm the head of all prosecutors in the afterlife.
Head prosecutor, dude. Gads!
It's not my call. I didn't even know about this witness until a minute ago. It seems the witness is to come to the stand as soon as possible.
Just what the hell is going on here? I thought things were wrapping up, and now there's a surprise witness.
Who did I betray?
After reading the necessary paperwork, it's true. A witness shall be joining us for a new accusation. If it's as serious as it seems, then it's important we listen to this person. The court will hear this witness. This accusation cannot be ignored.
It's from God himself. Cannot
This-
ignore it.
Sounds terrible. Should I say something?
I can't object. It's from G-Man.
I don't think anything I'm going to say is
I don't
going
think
to
so.
make a difference here, especially with how important the accusation is.
Well,
We could beat the
it seems
allegations. We could
justice
beat
shall
the
be done
accusation
after
allegations.
all. Just as it seemed he'd escape his fate, divine intervention has clipped this devil's wing. Do you still wish to defend him, even knowing justice?
Man, I'd definitely be sent to hell. I'd be sent to hell for lust for the things I do to Azrael.
You could simply give up. Leave him to where he belongs.
Come on, man, you can't just say stuff like that. They're gonna send you to hell. When you die and your time comes, that chat is gonna come up in your accusations, man. You're going to hell for gooning. Nidewin.
Doesn't matter who I'm up against. Even if I'm up against heaven or hell, I can take him.
Clearly someone here is guilty of pride in the highest order.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm not the one that's on trial.
Thank you for your contributions, Azrael. Please summon the witness to the stand.
I've read the fine print. It's as long as I repent.
Yes, Your Honor.
You gotta play The Binding of Isaac Repentance, and then they'll send you to heaven.
Ah, I should submit
That's
the
what I
recounting
do
of his
every
life
week
we have so far as
on
evidence.
Thursdays.
It may be important.
I repent, so I can go to heaven. And I don't have to deal with this.
Hope you've been paying attention.
I have been paying attention.
Anyway, I will bring in the witness.
Alright, who's this witness? It's Rasputin! It's Rasputin!
I really can't decide if this guy is an exorcist
I'd
or
get
is
to
in
St.
neither
Peter at the
one.
pearly gates, and he'd just look at me and say, you know, why you're not getting in, right? Yeah. Careful. Oh my god.
Witness.
It's Rasputin himself.
Name and occupation, please.
Grigory Rasputin, but the humble.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen.
Ah,
There was a
a
cat
holy
that
man.
really was gone.
That's unusual.
Rasputin,
Don't see a lot
he
of
is
men
on
with
the
a cloth in
witness stand.
purgatory.
I need to prove that he's really wrong.
Usually, they either end up in heaven for being true holy men,
Humble.
or
Humble.
the bottom of hell for misusing the position.
You know, for being a monk, he got a lot of pussy. Just saying. Just saying.
Who is this guy?
It seems Rasputin shall be a witness to the Tsar's
Holy man.
character, as he was an acquaintance, a part of his household even. He has an accusation, and shall help provide a first-hand account.
I see that he is a
He's very intense.
intense man.
Almost 2 years. I have been waiting for this day for so long. The day of reckoning. And it has finally come. At long last.
He seems excited.
I'd be excited too for revenge, I think.
Wait, is he that Orthodox priest who was involved in Bloody Sunday?
Rasputin, reincarnated as Charles Manson?
No.
Good
this
old
is an entirely
Charlie
different
Manson.
holy man that has immensely
Charlie Manson makes him sound more friendly. Like Charles Manson, oh, that's no, don't talk about him. But Charlie Manson, it's like, oh, Charlie, oh, what could Charlie have possibly done?
Impressive track record, isn't it? At least 2 pious men have had their lives ruined. Surely someone
Surely
who
wasn't by
spends
my
their
hand.
time torturing priests is a good man, right?
Could the prosecution please give some details of who the witness is, especially in relation to the defendant?
Of course, Your Honor.
Lord
Grigory
Rob.
Yefimovich Rasputin, born on the 21st of January 1869,
Nice.
was a famous Russian traveling monk and mystic. He acted as a faith healer and was employed by the Tsar to treat his son, Alexei. Thus, he became a close family friend to the Romanovs and was constantly near them as their de facto trusted advisor. The Tsarista became particularly close to Rasputin, as he became a close confidant and influenced a lot of her decisions.
I hate my wife.
Despite his occupation, he is also well known for his debaucherous habits of having relations with many women, as well as his drunkenness.
Huh. So a monk. It's also a womanizing lean away. And a faith healer?
True and real.
Usually faith healers don't get to fool someone smarter than a pet. This man won the jackpot.
I assure you, I am no false pretender. I've proven my skill in healing.
The faith healer.
Do not doubt me so easily.
Faith healer.
Huh? Was he responding to what I was thinking? Did he just read my mind?
He's a devil! He should be killed! Burn him! Burn
No,
the
can't be.
warlock!
He was just talking in general. Right?
I am in your head.
So, you must be the defense attorney. A pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you too, Rasputin.
Nice to meet you too, Father. I'm Ned Kelly.
Please, no need for formal title. We are all equal in death.
Great equalizer. He's real.
From your armor and employ, it seems you're once a gallant knight. Defending weak and helpless. Noble. But I tell you now that while your client is weak and helpless, he is not worth defending.
But we beat 2 allegations. Like literally, what's one more?
Sorry. It's still my job to defend this damsel in distress.
My job.
For a Russian monk, your English is mighty fine.
I have a lot to learn once you're dead.
I often learned English whenever I was in Victoria.
Oh. I guess when you're alive, too. So, this is another Ace Attorney inspired game, just like Attorney of the Arcane. I've never played Attorney of the Arcane, but this game is kind of similar. It's definitely a lot more forgiving than Ace Attorney.
I see.
Audio mixing's all over the place. Yeah, there's some low voice lines, but I assume that's just because the people that they're getting lines from are probably not, or they have to send their lines in, so...
Wait.
It's all
Victoria?
recorded in like a kind of different
Will you
way.
happen to mean the state in Australia?
No, Victoria. She is British woman in purgatory.
Oh, never mind. He did learn English after he died.
Ah, understandable.
How did the prosecution not know about all this? I had thought you angels were thorough.
I was aware of Rasputin, but I do not know of any great betrayal linked to him. I cannot find it in his book of deeds.
Then he's lying.
It seems that somehow the defendant has been able to hide this grave sin.
But I assume if it's a sin, it'd be written into me. So if it's not written into my history, then how could I hide it? This dude really loves his home country. I like that.
I underestimated just how cunning.
The auto mixing has been a big problem for us since the amount of talking in the game means there's a metric ton of voice lines to sit through. It's a big risk going fully voiced, but I appreciate it.
That's odd.
Because it means I don't have to voice everything.
How exactly do you miss a sin? Don't all human sins get magically put in a list once you bite it? Thought those records were airtight.
Big task. Astronomical task.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, then never mind then. I guess it's not actually
that
that simple.
Deeds isn't magically created and filled after death. It is an active document constantly being updated as human life goes on.
Is this like you're being judged for your afterlife? Yes, this is like you're being judged for your afterlife. However, it's a historical type game. So we're defending Nicholas II, the ex-Tsar of Russia in like the 1800s.
Recording angels are assigned to observe and record the living, and then hand over the Book of Deeds.
Totally,
to the
Dev. It's a big
prosecution
task
upon
and it's
the
very
death of the
risky. He
subject.
responded, nah, I'd win.
But the document existed even before death.
I think
Theoretically,
I like his
A
ambition.
sin list, even if the subject is still alive. And
I can
outside of
forgive a
this
couple
once,
low
it tends to be
lines.
flawless.
Not gonna lie, I'd let Rasputin win just because he's responsible for such a banger disco song.
Has this ever happened?
You think he's heard it? You
These
think he's heard it in
Book of
purgatory?
Deeds being flawed?
Or if he goes to hell, in hell?
To my knowledge, it has not.
Do they have good music
So
in hell,
either
do you
this is
think?
the first time
Or
in
do they just get to
history
listen
that
to, like,
Deeds is
songs that are deemed
correct,
bad
or there
on
have been
Earth?
errors this whole time and I've missed
Can songs go to hell? Can songs go to heaven? I don't know.
Either way.
Oh,
I'll have
you know
to
what they
run an
listen to in
internal
hell? I think they listen to R. Kelly,
investigation
probably. and P. Diddy. They do, but it's only through Wiimote speakers. You hear doom music in hell. Oh. He probably cranks that shit to get even more bitches. Oh my god. Either way, I'll have to run into our last investigation after this trial's over.
Just what have you got
Brimstone!
yourself into, Nikki?
I see Brimstone! And it's not even Isaac.
I have prayed every day to stand before this courtroom again and expose this man's dark sins, meditating every day.
Pick it up! Pick it up!
My prayers have finally come through. Thank you, Lord, our God.
He's talking about God. He has to be holy.
That explains this message I receive alongside the order for his summons.
Also, hello, favorite chatter returns. Hello, SCP.
Dear Judiciary, here's your problem
We're
now.
trying to prove
Signed,
my innocence.
the Department of Prayer and Intercession.
A big grudge from a close friend. I don't like the sounds of that.
If the witness is settled in, then shall we get started?
I wish I made dramatic whooshing sounds when I wave my arms. You gotta wear like a big cloak. Sorry, my SCP roleplay group is imploding right now. How does an SCP RP group implode? Like, is there infighting? Did someone steal an SCP concept? And now, like, there's people taking sides?
And who might you be? Are you the...
forgive
Are
me.
they literally
I have
imploding?
forgotten
Because the
to
SCPs are actually
introduce
real.
myself to our surprise witness.
Oh, what did the server owner do? This is crazy trauma.
I am the prosecutor of this case, and the
Was
highest
it like a
of
coup?
all prosecutors.
Did they coup the
I
SCP-RP
am
server?
Satan.
Satan.
And I look forward to working together with you in this trial.
No, I hated the guy. Okay, then deserved.
You.
Let
It's
us
not
get
a coup.
started.
Are you
then.
sure it wasn't a coup? Kind of sounds like a coup. Because you're ousting the leader of your group, you know.
Indeed.
Even if he's a bad guy, it's still a coup.
The defendant stands guilty of the worst sin of all.
Bit blah blah. Shut up, Santa Claus. He broke a server rule multiple times and like... He's also just an ass. Oh, he's gooning to the SCPs. Unforgivable. Treachery.
You see, just
Did he commit
before
treachery?
the revolution of...
Begone, Satan! The power of Christos compels you!
Jesus Cristo. But I do that. Who said that? Roll 3, buddy. That was a trap.
What?
People of the cultdom, a demon has infiltrated this sacred ground!
Okay, he's just ruining his credibility as a witness. Oh no, he broke rule 3. Anyways.
We must quickly exorcise this filth before the demonic influence corrupts us!
What in?
You wouldn't remove the favorite chatter, would you? Going through. Maybe. Oh, Gurun's on the prowl. He's on the prowl. Ooh. No, he may live. He may live for this one transgression.
Listen, I'm not who you
Not as
think
bad
I
as the
am.
horse guy.
I'm on your side, here to take down the Tsar. I am not the devil. I am the High
No,
Prosecutor
but
working
like-
under heaven. Do not mistake me for that
But
damn
basically-
rebel.
As if I would ever believe you, demon.
The server I was friends with, like...
No explanation out of your deceitful mouth!
Every single map dev and plugin we had... Oh my god, I'm at the edge of my seat. We're missing just about all of them. Did he steal all of like the mods after he got ousted?
Just as I have cast out many of your kin.
Sorry, I don't mean to get sidetracked with this.
Looks like your little miracle witness doesn't like ya.
I need niche community drama
Mr.
to
Rasputin, I
fuel
understand
my
your concern,
my
but
autistic
please rest
tendencies.
assured. Satan is not a threat to this courtroom. You have my word.
He's a threat to me in this
Mr.
courtroom.
Satan is part of standard court proceedings. You need not worry.
No, but most of the devs left, and his girlfriend, one of the map devs, took her map she took the map assets in the divorce! That's crazy!
Very well. I will focus on the Tsar.
I'm sure you guys could regroup. I'm sure you guys can regroup
However,
from this.
I am watching you.
So it's not a coup, it's actually like an implosion. I see.
Transgressions in the sacred hall.
Not the map assets.
I shall cast you down to hell myself.
Are you gonna kill me? I think that's a sin. Or no, he's gonna kill Satan.
You cannot damn me. Damnation is my domain.
Something, Rasputin. It's Satan, toxic Yowie. I didn't say it. I read it in chat. Please do not give me don't give me the Yowie glasses, please. Please. I just read it. Another one of our O5 is a close friend of the one who got removed. Is probably gonna get removed in the coming weeks. They're putting them down. The dogs.
I have been sent here on a divine mission.
Okay. Okay. Put them on. Yes.
And my death is a miracle. I have been receiving visions.
Is it because I specifically asked not to?
A sacred duty.
I'm never asking for anything again.
That I must bring divine retribution to the Tsar by telling all of his treachery through testimony.
Game is interesting, but don't you want to hear about silly SCP roleplay drama? Absolutely. I love niche community drama.
These heavenly voices tell me
like, if there's like a video about like niche drama that's happening in like the TikTok knitting community, I'm on that shit. Ooh, like, ooh, what did Linda do?
Wait. Visions? I don't recall the Department of Miracles.
We had another
any
pedo outing
miracles in purgatory while reading their scheduled report.
No joke! What is going on in here? Is that why the guy's gonna get removed?
Know of any miracles?
Drama on the
Miracles
run
are
into
for
the
the
18 plus roleplay discussion.
Not for the unholy and tolerated.
Oh, dude. SCP, Friday Night Funkin', all these mod devs, dude. All these mod devs are being outed for being nonces. Sounds like a Tuesday. Fuck. Of course you would not know of any miracles. Miracles are for the holy and loved, not for the unholy and tolerated.
The real miracle here is that I still tolerate your presence.
That actually is a miracle, because he's been doing been doing nothing but talking shit
I hope you
on
have
the guy that
something more
he's supposed to be
solid than
helping.
visions, witness. While I understand these supposed revelations are meaningful to you, personal visions
favorite
are
mode is the
not
bickering between
considered
Rasputin and
reliable
Satan.
evidence under law.
Of course.
Dude, he's
They are
going
merely the
schizo.
divine force to bring me here. What shall bring him down is my story.
Okay, hold on. Is that Rasputin? Yes, this is Rasputin.
It is time for me to give testimony.
Yes, the testimony, finally.
My heart has not ceased to burn since the pain of that day, and if anyone is destined to reveal his true nature,
Kind of reminds me of when Edgeworth has friction with his client / witness. Yeah, it is kind of like that. The old bag.
it shall be me. For you shall know the
Whoosh.
truth, and the truth shall set you free!
A
Yes,
personal
sir,
vendetta
Rasputin.
against the powers that once were, even if he's not a friend. I can't fault him for fighting the good fight.
It was a cold, dark midnight, about 2 weeks away from the new year of 1917. I had been invited by the royals of Moika Palace, a large mansion in Petrograd, the capital. I was suspicious of their intentions somewhat, but I considered the Tsar and his family as friends, so I accepted. I met and ate with them. It seemed all was well. We
Cold in
discussed
Russia?
many
No way!
things, including little Alexei.
This is my favorite song of the OST.
Apparently, the food that night was poisoned. Whether it was, I tasted no such thing. This was no social call. It was
It
an
captures a
assassination,
Slavic melancholy
a
so well.
murder.
The first 05 raised the vote to remove the server owner, and the server owner pulled up some stuff from 7 months ago that they were already punished for to vote to remove them. Oh shit!
My chest felt hot. Very hot. As if there was fire in my body. I had been shot at by the Tsar.
I just noticed the Pujo glasses came on. The plan worked. You set me up. You set me up, Yapper.
As the feeling
You set me up.
An intense pain overtook me, both in body and in the soul. As I began to collapse, I overheard them speaking as I bled.
What did they say, Rasputin?
At last, the demon shall die. With his death we shall save the Tsar and the monarchy.
Why is Rasputin kind of good? I want him. You got me.
No longer shall this mystic ruin the reputation of our family. The Tsar's reign is secured.
At that moment, I realized a terrible truth.
Okay, that doesn't mean that it's him. It's not me shooting you, Rasputin.
The Tsar had betrayed me.
I mean, there's a reason why Rasputin was a ladies' man, because he had a fucking saying that with the Pujo glasses on is dangerous.
My heart swelled with righteous fury.
So, are you Satan? No, I am Nicholas II.
I fled. I hobbled to the courtyard as they schemed. They noticed I still lived and caught up to me. I was dragged aside and finished off after.
They should have shot him in the head first.
Which I would never awake. For saving his son's life, for my spiritual counsel, for my confidence as a friend, to both him and his wife.
You fucked my wife, Rasputin. You fucked my wife.
He would still choose to get
I want
to save his crumbling reputation. I was a sacrificial lamb. That is his worst sin of all. A man who would betray his closest friend for the merest
Fun fact,
political
this flashback, we had the idea of Rasputin fight like a shonen protagonist before his death, but then realized it would clash with the tone too hard. It's good. It's good that you guys are, like, aware. Or you're trying to keep, like a vibe curated. Is that a dev? This is the artist for the game.
I implore you, tell me if a man who murders his friends to spare his reputation is even worth salvation. I have been shot and betrayed by the Tsar himself.
Yo, that's sick! Betrayal is not sick. If I remember my history correctly, it wasn't the Tsar who ordered it, but other Russian nobles, since they were so jealous of his influence over the royal family.
Betrayal. The sin of Judas. Of Brutus.
He doesn't know. He thinks
more.
it's me, but he doesn't know it's me.
He must face the consequences of his
sins. And that's why it's
sins.
not on my permanent sin record, because it had nothing to do with me.
He must pay.
No, I must not. She's brought to tears. How are we gonna defend him, Ned?
What the hell is this?
Such a harrowing experience. To be betrayed by those you trusted. I've felt that sting, killing in cold blood.
Oh, it's not me though. Has it been 5 minutes? I think it's been 5 minutes.
To think, this whole time the defendant would do such a thing. Sickening.
No, it's not true. Don't fall for his silver tongue.
Even amidst all the atrocities and mistakes, this one was especially heinous. As it's to a close friend.
No,
I would
that
like
wasn't
to
me.
submit some pieces of evidence to the court, including
Anyway, tomorrow
his
we'll see
autopsy report.
if the O5s are still alive or assassinated.
I don't think the court will be giving
Dude, you
me
guys should go to
any leniency for a betrayal this personal.
And then, like, get him to take control of his Discord accounts, and that's it. You're blacklisted from staff or by staff?
This is a trial of the heart, after all.
They're afraid of you. They're afraid of you, because you're literally the SCP Foundation.
Just to be clear, This happened around December 1916, right?
Yes.
From being
on the
okay.
17th.
The 17th? Wait a minute. Something's off. The autopsy report says...
It says...
Before you waste our time asking, Russia uses the Julian calendar, which lags behind the Gregorian by about 2 weeks. He was murdered on the 30th in your calendar. The dates match up.
You can't go trolling willy-nilly. You can't go trolling willy-nilly, or you're gonna get blacklisted from staff forever.
Thought I had something there. This won't be easy.
Okay.
A word of advice. Do not waste the court's time looking at dates and start looking at things that matter, like body count.
Defense, if it's true that this man is guilty of such wicked betrayal, then I have no choice but to bring down the harshest punishment.
No. I could prove him guilty. I mean, I can prove him innocent.
Be anything to
Go to heaven
this.
with his family.
But as usual. If you believe there are any mitigating or exonerating factors for this sin, please make your argument.
Oh yeah,
Please,
I got it right here. I got it right here. It was not me.
See this man for who he really
Source
is.
myself.
I too was deceived and suffer for it. Do not let them deceive you.
I can prove he's
escape
guilty.
justice.
That was a Freudian slip. I'm the best lawyer ever.
His actions go beyond.
I didn't mean to
They
say
are
that.
Far worse. It's downright satanic.
It's downright satanic.
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry, mate. I understand your anger, but if you really want justice, then he should be given a fair trial. And that includes a proper defense.
I hope your server rises from the ashes anew. Satan being offended by absolute favorite. What is satanic supposed to mean? Also, why is that Australian? Ned Kelly, as I found out this stream, because I wasn't familiar with Ned Kelly's lore. Ned Kelly was a guy who went around Australia fucked with the police. Because he was cool like that. And according to someone, the lore was he did it because the police fucked with his mom.
I have waited 2 years. I can wait 20 minutes to make sure all is accounted for. After all, as the good book says, patience brings peace.
He was fucking awesome and he was called the Iron Man, says Yapper. Waited for 2 years. I can wait 20 minutes to make sure all is accounted for.
But his ultimate
Bad
guilt
choice
be
of words.
beyond any doubt.
Maybe this zealous advocate business is just getting to me, but I'm almost starting to believe in old Nick. With the last 2 accusations, we were working off the infallible information of an angel of death. The hard facts couldn't be wrong, but since we have a human witness, it means he may not have his facts straight.
Don't say those words in that order in my chat or I will laugh.
There is no more need to review his whole life. All that
I've been
matters,
psyoped. I've been
is his
psyoped
last
to think
accusation.
chicken jockey's funny.
I just have to point it out.
Are you ready, defense?
Flint and steel.
Yes, Your Honor.
No, guys, I'm a hag. I'm not a zoomer, I swear.
We have the testimony.
Remember when you guys called me a hag?
Oh? Do
The
enlighten
nether.
us.
Keep forgetting you are a zoomer.
Which piece of evidence do
Guilty
you
as
find
charged.
so
Ooh, I'm so
problematic?
young and spry. Okay. Which piece of evidence do you find so problematic? According to Rasputin, he was invited by the royal family to Moika Palace, a mansion in Petrograd, in December of 1916. At first, they met and talked, but later abruptly shot twice in the chest and once fatally. His autopsy report that Rasputin was shot 3 times, once in the chest, once in the back, and fatally once in the head. There are no signs of poison in his body. Nicholas would inherit the imperial throne at age 26. Okay, I don't think that's relevant. I think it's... shot twice in the chest and once fatally in the head. This says back chest and head.
This is all the... Well, what are you...
Doesn't make
Nine
okay.
must.
Fuck.
Let me try that.
It's this one.
This is all the... Well,
No.
Nine must.
let me try that.
No. The current war engulfing the world between the sister powers. Shit. Okay. What piece of the evidence do you find so problematic?
I want again.
Amy jamming that square peg into the triangle like an ape again. Think, hamstrudel, think! I'm thinking. Oh, that's an ender pearl. The cube. Sacred record that meticulously chronicles every good deed and sin a person. Then why was
This is all... Well,
No. Fuck.
Nine must.
let me...
We're putting the square peg in the round hole, guys. I was... Yeah. Doesn't have anything to do with Rasputin. Me.
Your proof is his entire life.
They allow me to brute force it, so I'm going to.
Well, not all of it. It's specifically this one part.
Hammy, please, it's the square hole. Think, Hammy, I did.
The Tsar
I thought
went
half
to
a
the front
thought, and I
line
clicked
in
this one, and it was
1915,
right.
based in Russian Poland, and he didn't return from the front until 1917 to abdicate.
Oh yeah, Rasputin claimed he did it himself, but he wasn't there.
Leaving as emperor to lead a nation, only to return as nobody. Such a fall from grace.
Don't worry, we'll be adding fail states, so you won't be able to brute force it. Oh, thank God.
When and where was Rasputin killed? December 1916 in Petrograd.
I can't keep getting
the
away
capital.
with this.
When and where was the Tsar during all of 1916? The front line, in his hidey hole in Poland. Not coming back until 1917.
He couldn't have done it. The actual Hammy
Wait.
filters.
Doesn't that mean...
He couldn't have done it.
Looks like the dates do matter after all, huh?
Oh.
The Tsar couldn't have been in place to kill Rasputin because he was a little busy.
With the war.
1,000 kilometers away, fighting Germans on the front line.
No,
Ah.
the dates indeed do not match up.
Objection! There's a good
Objection.
explanation. It's entirely plausible that he secretly took a train to Petrograd and went back.
But how would he do that if he's getting attacked?
As an autocratic despot, it is well within his power to do that.
But why would he? He's such a pure-hearted guy.
That's less of a matter of can he, and more, how in hell did anyone not notice?
Yeah, true.
When the bloody emperor disappears, takes a carriage home, and appears in the capital after 3 months,
People are gonna see him.
that ain't something you can miss out of the corner of your eye. Especially considering the distance.
He was getting his... What were you about to say? I was gonna say he was getting his ass kicked.
Seriously, the Tsar secretly went
That's
back
what I
up
was
and
gonna say.
killed a mystic? This reads like some tabloid gossip.
Yeah, this is hogwash, bro.
The defense's argument is solid. An objection overruled.
Yeah!
What is the meaning of this, you mad monk? Explain yourself.
What is going on here, witness? Perjury is not something we accept here.
He was sent down by God for perjury. What do you say about this, Rasputin?
I did not lie.
How the hell can he spin this as anything but...
Tell me, on that night of the Tsar, if a man were to push someone off a building, causing the
Saying
victim
growling
to
like a
return
dog
to
is funny.
blood, would he be culpable for murder, or would he be absolved? Because he wasn't the killer, but it was gravity that was the murderer.
What? Well,
It was neither. The actual murderer is on the ground. he would be guilty.
Precisely. The Tsar was not in the same room to kill me, no. But this was his order. He's the one that set my death in motion.
How do you know that?
It seems my wording has caused some confusion. I did not mean to imply he pulled the trigger himself. My mistake.
Pretty sure God didn't send him down. If you remember what the judge said, he had a note on his table practically saying he's our problem now. They were wait with Rasputin.
Of course,
okay, I think I
makes
did miss that.
Difference.
Looking back at your testimony, it does seem that you never directly stated the Tsar was physically with you. Though, who then was the one who shot the gun?
Someone else.
That would be Prince Felix Yusupov, the husband of the Tsar's niece. He was there with his lackeys. He was the man who was behind the trigger, and the Tsar was the man behind it.
How do you know that?
Looks like
How
he
would
really
you know
wasn't trying to mislead anyone. He is just so focused on Nikki being
I
the murderer.
paid attention. Thanks.
He forgot the middleman. Can we get more information on this Yusupov guy? He's evidently very important.
I've submitted a file on who he is to the court. It seems his words ring true. He was the one to end Rasputin's life.
And how does that have anything to do with me?
Wow,
How can you prove I told
that
him
was
to kill him?
actually really fast. I just asked for it, and you already got it.
Do not underestimate my logistics network. I have perfected
I
it
paid
over
attention,
a millennium.
but not in English
Now I have any
class.
document I want almost
Should be
instantly.
more history, I
need
think.
merely ask for it. Such is a privilege I need to bring down to the worst of the worst.
Don't even got anything snarky to say. That's just impressive.
I was
Minor
even
spelling
important
error.
enough to
5
visit personally.
billion negative aura.
Yusupov is still merely a dagger. The Tsar is the one who stabbed
Maybe
it in
philosophy
my
as
back.
well.
So, it was merely a very slight, insignificant misunderstanding.
Seems like it, but
The Tsar is
I'm
still a
completely
murderer,
innocent.
a traitor, and destined for damnation.
No,
He merely
because I
prefers
have evidence
delegating
right
his
here.
sins.
I have evidence right here that'll change literally everything.
This would seem to be an honest mistake. So I shall let it go. And as of now, the witness's testimony still makes sense.
The Tsar ordered Rasputin killed to protect his image, and he used Yusupov to do it. Is that really all there is?
Nope.
There has to be something here. Something that I can work with. He's still a human prone to error. Maybe I should take a closer look at any new information that came my way. The defense shall continue with cross-examination. In fact, accounting for the whole story, something needs to be said.
Oh, do enlighten us.
Of course. You see,
he is lying. No, there's a false assumption. He's assuming that the Tsar is
A
behind it.
false assumption?
there's one part of his tale that does not sit right. Something he shouldn't be able to know.
There are no assumptions being made. All which I have said is as true as gospel. I know this because I've relived this memory every single day for the past 2 years.
Yeah, but how would you know?
If you have such a thing, then come out and say it. What is this
I
problematic
miss
aspect?
Azrael.
Of course. I'm talking about
The Tsar ordering the assassination.
so far, we've been talking under the assumption that the Tsar is the mastermind of the assassination. But, are you sure it was my client who ordered your killing?
Preposterous! Did you not hear what the prince said?
What does the
With
prince
his
say?
death, we shall save the Tsar and the monarchy.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that it's me
Is
asking
this
for
not
it.
admitting that he did all this for the Tsar?
Yes, he did do all this for the Tsar,
But the Tsar didn't ask for
but
it.
he never talked about taking orders from him.
What?
Objection. We know for a fact that he was killed for the sake of the Tsar, making him the most likely mastermind.
But
Do
he's
you
not-
have evidence that the Tsar didn't order the hit?
Me? Evidence?
Burden of
You're
proof's
the
on
one
you,
making
buddy.
the assertion. The burden of proof should be on your shoulders. Do you have evidence that the Tsar was the mastermind,
Innocent till
and
proven
it
guilty.
wasn't the prince
Fuck
himself
you.
or anyone else?
I don't have evidence right now, but
I must agree with the defense here.
it's still the most likely scenario. Or do you have something that shows otherwise?
Fine, I'll play your game. I just so happen to have proof that it is unlikely for the Tsar to be the one behind it.
Impossible!
Take a look at this.
Born in 1887, he's a Russian aristocrat born to the rich Yusupov family. He married the princess. It's only biological niece making him a son-in-law. It was exempt for the military service due to being only son. He can take part in the war. He acquitted Rasputin, sought his help in curing a minor malady. Yusupov took part in the assassination of Rasputin and was arrested on the orders of the Tsar. He was arrested on the orders of the Tsar afterwards.
The profile on Prince Yusupov. How does this possibly help you in any way?
The killer, Prince.
My focus ain't on his family tree. It's on this last part. It says here that after the assassination, he was put under arrest.
He got arrested.
And then...
by me.
Even escaped. See what I'm getting at? If the Tsar had Yusupov
So
kill
Christopher has been
Rasputin,
watching this whole time, has been quiet. He really did listen, but he said he'd sit there looking pretty.
why did he arrest his own assassin?
That can't. Yeah!
That's right. I would have expected him to get a medal.
Yeah.
The Tsar and his missus were still the highest authority in all of Russia. They could have easily just ignored this crime or celebrated.
But they chose to arrest him.
Instead, they sent the prince into exile as punishment.
After I died, he was punished? I did not know that.
You couldn't know that because you're dead, Rasputin. That's what happens when you're dead. You don't know things that happen on the land of the living.
What does this mean?
It means you weren't betrayed. Someone just killed you. For no reason. Well, they had a reason. But they killed you, not on my reason.
I must think. I must.
Objection. Have you forgotten what I said about politics? It's all a farce. Yusupov was just a scapegoat disposed of once the Tsar was done with him.
Objection! Yusupov was a prince, not some disposable soldier.
You overestimate him. Family is the first thing despots sacrifice to stay.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up, Rasputin, and go make out with his wife or... My wife.
You're the one who keeps speaking of his naivety, and we've all seen his foolish leadership. Or this was simply the best plan he could come up with in his poor capacity as a leader.
But why?
In fact, it's possible that he had to use Yusupov. Rasputin might not accept the invitation of some unknown sailor.
Now, you're just spinning tales with no evidence.
True.
Then answer me. If you're so sure it wasn't your client, then who was it? The whole point of his assassination is to save the monarchy. Who can be the mastermind other than the Tsar?
I would also like to hear
My
who
wife.
the one
My
behind
wife's
his
already
plan
in
is,
hell.
if it wasn't the Tsar. Thus far, the Tsar is still the most likely culprit.
What if it was his own
and even
idea?
with Yusupov's arrest,
What if
the
Yusupov
prosecution has given a
thought
plausible chain
with
of
his
events.
own brain to kill him?
If you
Okay?
cannot provide who the true murderer is, then I will have to take the word of our surprise witness.
Yes! He must be the mastermind! I could not misplace my anger for this.
He was willing to believe it when I said that
No
it wasn't. For like a second.
He is a traitor! He is not a friend! I must believe in my visions.
The mastermind, huh? If the Tsar didn't order Yusupov to kill him, then who did? I feel like the answer is obvious. But would that be too obvious? I just need to take a look back. I know who's behind all this. It's actually pretty obvious to anyone who's been paying attention.
It's Yusupov. He did it
the
himself.
real mastermind, the one behind the assassination of Rasputin is...
I don't think it's the Tsaritsa. I think it's literally just Yusupov.
It was the prince himself?
Exactly. So far, we've been thinking of who was behind Yusupov's actions, but there was no one behind him.
It was just him.
He was the mastermind. Him and the nobility wanted to save the monarchy by killing Rasputin.
A likely story. I presume you have proof of this. And in case you did not realize, Yusupov is still alive. And so are all of his fellow conspirators, so we can't call them as witnesses.
Do I have anything that proves this?
Probably.
This whole business with the priest? I need to show
To be exact, it was the prince and the duke.
And to do that, I
We'll
gotta show
get
this
evidence that
Yusupov
says that. We'll
fella
get evidence that says
is
that.
definitely the leader. No matter which way I look, I have nothing of use on me. All the court has is the topic of Nikki and a bit of Rasputin. I need something on Yusupov. But him and all his ilk are still walking. There's no
Rasputin,
way
we need you to have a
get any
vision. We
info
need your
from him.
clairvoyance to see what's going on up there.
Unless...
Is he thinking...
Wait a minute.
Is he thinking about how we killed you currently, Rasputin? Can you feel that?
There is a way.
Well, defense, can you prove the prince is the one behind all this?
Apologies, Your Honor. I don't. It seems I have no proof on me.
Okay, then he's guilty. Then he's guilty, says Satan.
I have nothing to show that our naughty ill prince is the mastermind.
Live in chat, the O5 friend of the server owner has just stepped down. The community drama is boiling.
But I know someone who does have it. In this very room.
What? You speak in tongues. Unintelligible. Nonsensical.
It's you,
The Tsar is a
Rasputin.
killer. He is a murderer. I have foreseen it. It must be true.
Just who is this party you speak of that has this proof?
This is it. Here comes the kill shot. Everything's coming together. There is one person here that will resolve this mysterious
The
murder
courtroom's getting
once
heated.
and for all.
Everything's coming to a boiling point.
Been letting slip just how good at everything he
I
is.
hated that MF.
All I
Thank
have to
you,
do is
God.
say the name.
Well, defense, are you ready? Who has access to this definitive proof that Yusupov is the mastermind?
Your Honor, the one who can prove once and for all that Yusupov is a mastermind is...
It's you, the judge. I think it's Rasputin. I think it's Rasputin.
What? Me? I do not follow.
Oh, Rasputin. Don't you see? The key to showing that Nikki is innocent is with you. All you need to do is look inside yourself.
What does that mean?
Oh, the main mod dev's taking his mods with him in the divorce.
All this anguish, all this pain.
You don't have the
happening
mods. You don't have the
because
map
your heart
assets.
won't
How are you gonna
let go.
rebuild from here?
Look into your heart. Search your feelings that you've been hiding deep
How
down.
are we gonna roleplay now? With our brains?
What it takes to end all this is to find the will to forgive within you and move on. Remember all the good times? He was your pal. Don't you miss that?
What is this whole SCP connection? So SCP's SCP roleplay server is currently imploding.
So, what do you say? Ready to embrace mercy and friendship and all that good stuff?
No.
Dang. Really thought that one would work.
This is not the end of a children's book where sappy speech will somehow make your opponent realize the error of their ways and give up. This is a court of law. You need to present tangible arguments and evidence. Stop wasting
But what
the
about my
court's time
feelings?
with cringe-inducing attempts at emotional manipulation.
Oh.
Maybe that was a bit too optimistic of me. Well, I was just trying to give the witness here one last chance to back down.
Before I really hit him with the evidence.
Now I have to bring out the proof, which can only come
Don't
from...
matter, hamster. You're literally a hamster. You die from a boo. The judge?
Oh, did you...
Your Honor, I know you have that proof on you. So just give it. Let's make this easier for the both of us, and just hand it over.
I don't have anything.
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
I don't know.
He's a judge. He's totally partial.
Seems I gotta reach for the sky. This is a robbery.
No, he's pulling his gun out. He's pulling his gun out in the middle of the court case.
What?
Give me all the proof. Now, you have 30 seconds.
That's smoking something.
Wait, please. I don't know anything.
Imagine if this game had fail states.
Someone
I would
do
be...
something.
There's a one fail state at the beginning if I ask him not to defend me. I wouldn't be
Your
filtered
Honor.
because save states exist. Okay.
One, first and foremost, he is not actually holding a gun.
Oh.
He's not.
He's not. Sorry. I'm still unfamiliar with this whole firearm technology.
If he were actually holding a meaningful weapon, you can count on the powers protecting this courtroom to turn him into mincemeat in femitoseconds.
Femitoseconds.
Instead, they continue to stand guard for actual threats. 2. The judge is not a bank teller. You are no longer a criminal. This is not a bank. And I am not some innocent bystander cowering in fear. What exactly are you doing? Has that helmet deprived you of oxygen somehow? Has the cerebral
So he's
hypoxia
mispronouncing
finally
things, what
kicked
the
in
fuck?
and you're hallucinating?
You hired him.
Sorry. I was trying to goad the judge into maybe showing he has something. Then...
Ned Kelly's
force a
getting
habit
too
kicked in.
silly. Etopie.
Well, I was just playing. Don't worry about it.
Well, please don't do that
It's
again.
very scary.
It was very scary.
I'm sorry, sir.
I will forgive you for now.
Thank you. You're so full of forgiveness, St. Peter.
Perhaps turning a lunatic in a night helmet from Outback Australia into a certified attorney wasn't
Correction,
a good
I didn't
idea.
hire him. In fact, I wanted to be the one voicing him. You gotta stage a coup.
God, why do
You could do better.
the strangers of this?
Well, I can tell you who really has what I'm looking for.
It's Satan.
Me?
You, Satan.
What could you possibly be implying?
Well, I mean, you're the only lead left. I got wrong twice, so, third time's the charm, because there's only 3.
I gotta thank you for being so open
Lead that
to
told
telling
me
me
I was
what you
better
can
suited to
do.
drawing all the art in the game. Also, my voice is too quiet. I can't scream due to name. Ah, I see.
Now I know you, and you specifically, are the key to getting my client out of hell.
Out of hell?
Just tell your neighbors you're gonna be voice acting for a little bit. If you hear me screaming, don't call.
Nonsense. For all my existence, all that I've worked for
Your
is to
downstairs
ensure who
neighbors,
must
fuck
be
your
damned
downstairs
are
neighbors.
damned.
Grah! Sorry.
You told me that Book of Deeds exists even for the living. Since it's constantly being written, and what's written is never incorrect. Then, you showed me your top-notch logistics makes even those Egyptian tradies
LVA
look
for
slow.
real. I'm so British.
You're
I have
able
a heavy
to
American
get
accent.
any document you need
Well, what
in
if I
an
told you this
instant,
game is actually
which
Australian?
probably includes the Book of Deeds.
Oh. Imagine screaming from Satan. They'd probably be weirded or creeped out.
So, something like masterminding a
Oh
big
my God.
conspiracy to
Same
off
thing.
a high-profile holy man, it's
Ketchup,
probably
catsup,
going to be put
but
in
no
the
one
book
says
as a sin,
catsup.
ain't it? Prosecutor Satan, I formally request you bring in Yusupov's Book of Deeds. Because I'm certain
I'm not gonna do that.
the reason we can't find the assassination in Nikki's record is because
He wasn't involved.
it's already in Prince Yusupov's.
No, that's very possible.
It's very possible.
You can't just... I can't just... You dare give me orders?
What? What? What is going on? Book of Deeds.
That is a book of deeds.
Plain facts as they stand is, the Tsar couldn't have been there physically to kill him. He was in Poland.
In fact, was in Poland.
Yusupov pulled the trigger on Rasputin. He was then imprisoned by the Tsar's government.
Absolutely in prison, but then he escaped.
There is no record in his book of deeds of the Tsar committing a sin by ordering a murder that night. And my pal Satan here corroborated that the second the witness came in.
Absolutely corroborated.
The only logical conclusion then is that my client has no involvement, and most likely, culprit is Yusupov himself.
It's him.
And all we need to prove it, once and for all, is to see a list of Yusupov's sins.
That is reasonable.
So show us the sins.
Objection.
Show me the sins.
What if this really is the first time in history? Or more likely, as I said, mistakes have been made in the creation of the Book of Deeds this whole time.
No, the whole time the book was faulty. No, you said it was infallible.
Are you really going to let this monster walk free over a simple bureaucratic mistake? Think.
Objection!
Objection.
Simple mistake? If Book of Deeds haven't been right this whole time, then that throws the validity of every trial in this court for the past 1,885 years out the window.
So this has only been established since, what, 0 AD?
He's right. We would need to re-examine everyone that has ever died.
Don't know about you, mate, but I find that highly unlikely.
I also find that highly unlikely.
Maybe. One day we'll have a flaw in a Book of Deeds due to some exceptional happenstance. But it won't be for something as simple as an assassination plot.
Only after
My
0
client
AD.
is either in on it or he ain't.
Well, it's still possible, however unlikely. After all, have you forgotten that the witness being
Is it
here
1
in the
AD?
first place is
I think
an
it's 0
exceptional
AD.
circumstance. The witness was ordered here directly by divine intervention.
Right? To prove divinely that my client is innocent.
Surely that's a sign from above
The client
to take this
being
witness
me.
at his word.
Except they
Divine
never
what? Divine
stated
intervention.
that what the witness
Someone
says
killed
has to be accepted. We just need to hear his testimony, and that's all.
You can't fist fight people in chat, SCP. You're having word battles. Except they never stated what the witness says should be accepted. Oh, we just need to hear the testimony.
We
and that's
don't
all.
know the reason
Would
why
it
they
go from
sent him
-1
here.
straight to 1?
And that's outside the
It
scope
probably
of
would
what
go to
we
1.
should be talking about anyways.
I think it went to 0 though. It went to 0 after he died, and it wasn't a year yet. Bro's fisting people.
It's just as likely that they just sent him here to shut him up from annoying
Still
the
waiting for another
Department
Ultra stream.
of Prayer and
Eventually,
Intercession.
TM. Eventually, TM.
How dare you! Me being here is not some mystery to be unwrapped. It's because I have been sent here on a divine mission to bring justice to the Tsar. I have foreseen it.
What if I told you you're not bringing justice to the Tsar? You're bringing justice for the Tsar.
That
Whoa.
I just know it.
He doesn't know it. He doesn't know it.
You worthless clown.
That's mean.
I thought you were on a divine mission to exact justice.
I told you, they literally just sent him because he's fucking annoying.
But just as you were in life, you are nothing but a raving madman.
Pulling justice away from the Tsar.
Silence, demon. It is your incompetence as a prosecutor.
But in the end,
that has
he's gonna
caused
bring
all this.
justice to me.
I knew it was a mistake
Eventually.
to not exercise you the moment I saw you.
You dare cast me blame? It is your nonsense eyewitness testimony I had the Sisyphean task of arguing for. I will not take slander from a drunken serial adulterer.
Damn!
You
For the throat.
I am a sinner. I am guilty of many sins. But I have laid with many women.
Do you guys know that there's like an exhibit that is supposedly supposed to be Rasputin's penis? That's a specimen kept in a jar. However, that's completely false, and they just put a horse pee-pee in there. And it's on the shelf of some museum currently.
But clearly,
But they know that it's
something
actually not the
sin
real
in-
Rasputin's.
But it is obvious you cannot get any at all.
Fun fact.
Enough of this. I hereby accept the defense's request. The prosecution must provide the book of deeds of the still living Prince Yusupov.
Give it to me.
Prosecution,
Horse
please get
Vietnam
these
flashbacks.
documents at once.
I didn't mean for the topic of horse peepees to come on up and stream today.
Wait, Your Honor. We don't need to.
Glad that
just
guy's
yet.
banned.
We can. I can.
Whatever you wish to argue, it can
Gabriel,
be done after
blow the
we take a
horns.
look at the
I
document.
find the defendant not guilty. Go to heaven. Yeah.
What's the matter, Satan?
Blow the trumpets.
Ain't that long ago you considered the monk's word gospel?
It wasn't even chat. It was me myself. It was me myself. How was I supposed to know Rasputin was gonna be in this game? Okay, that's one it's one specific fun fact I know about Rasputin.
Come on, bring it out.
No, wait. Before that, there has to be more.
Bring the book out.
This can't be.
Bring the book
Is that
out,
wretch
Satan.
really going to get away?
Yeah. Yeah,
deceit,
I'm gonna get
treason.
out.
Anything is escape.
Oh, you guys are gonna be mad.
I am waiting, prosecution.
Come on, mate. Didn't you say you wanted to sort him where he belongs?
Yeah, what if he belongs in heaven?
How could this happen? To have this cretin escape my grasp because of me being here?
You helped
Damn
him.
you all!
He sounds like a dog. Roof, roof. Roof. Did he explode?
So, is it as the defense asserts?
It is, as I assert.
Prince Felix Felixovich
He's burned!
Yusupov is guilty of the sin of killing Rasputin.
Oh. Rasputin, shouldn't you be happy? Your best friend didn't want you dead. Yeah, he should feel good. But he's been mad at him for 2 years, so he probably feels bad about that.
The Tsar had no hand in killing Rasputin.
We beat the accusations!
According to the record, the prince decided to assassinate Rasputin for his stated reason of saving the monarchy. He had gathered fellow nobles
He
as
looks so
conspirators
defeated.
who had also grown tired of him. However, he purposefully did not involve the Tsar, as Rasputin was still considered a friend, especially by the Tsarista.
Okay, you don't have to rub that in, motherfucker.
He lured Rasputin into Moika Palace, and after a mistake caused Rasputin to not eat the poison they had prepared, he shot him dead and sent him on his way here. That is the truth, as revealed by Yusupov's Book of Deeds and those of his fellow conspirators.
Yeah, Yusupov's definitely going to hell when he comes here, but I am going to heaven with my unfaithful... Actually, since my wife's unfaithful, she's definitely in hell. I'm gonna get custody of my kids in heaven.
Very well. Does the prosecution have anything to add
I was
regarding
balding
this
so much for those 2
accusation?
years. Like, even God was like, nah, you annoying as fuck. Go sit here, and you will know the truth, that your friend actually didn't betray you.
I do not. Forgive me, but
He
I
wasn't
shall
a
need to
witness.
rest
He
for an
was there
amount of
to
time.
witness. Yeah. He's gone.
Seems he's finally given up, huh?
Does that mean we won?
I'd feel a bit sorry for him if not for the fact that he's trying to send a man to hell.
In which case, it's time for us to wrap up this accusation.
Fun fact, I made most of the sound effects, including the sighing despawn. Well, a sigh you can do. A sigh you could do in an apartment or a neighborhood that's close to other houses. Oh.
On the accusation that he is
Took me
guilty
sighing
of
the
the
mic a few
sin
times
of
and overlaying
treachery
them.
in murdering
overlaid
a friend for personal
sighs.
gain.
I really like how they do like video game sound effects though. Like they had a video of how they did the sound effects for the monsters in Monster Hunter, and they literally have to make like fucking doohickey instruments to make these unreal noises. And it's actually really cool. Behold, the daily bunker ration is here. Thank you, bunker. Thank you. Lead Dev was surprised I knew how to make sound effects. Well, sound effects are usually like made with a lot. I gotta go, chat. I'm fighting for my life. Good luck, SCP. I hope your group can recover. Ray Dow's was really funny, cool. Yeah, the fucking doohickey. They literally got a doohickey for Ray Dow. Good night, y'all. Good night. Asai won't get the cops called unless the rest, like the rest of the Satan lines.
The defendant is not guilty.
Like, as an example, in Animal Crossing, I think they got the sounds for, like, or in New Horizons, they got the sounds for stepping on the sand from shaking potato chip bags. So if you ever play Animal Crossing New Horizons and you're on the beach, just know that's actually potato chips.
Instead.
Silence!
He can't handle the truth. He can't handle the truth.
What? What is the matter? Witness?
Witness?
You think I would sit here
but they don't
and simply accept it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. Objectively, in the Book of Sins.
This is not over yet. I refuse to believe it.
It's the truth, though.
Looks like we ain't done after all.
Do I have to convince him now?
Witness? Do you still wish to make an argument?
That man is a murderer, a backstabber.
Where's your proof? A potato flew around my room.
He has deceived you. He has deceived all of you.
I love the whole fully art form of making sound effects. I wish I had a big warehouse to make sounds with random shit I find. Me too.
And you, attorney.
Rah, Rasputin.
His sins, his lies.
He was not betrayed by me.
You are not better than him.
He's not lying, Rasputin.
I cannot sit and let this unholiness stand.
Someone shoot this guy again.
Looks like he spent so much time thinking about Nicky that his idea of who he is has become twisted beyond recognition.
Damn.
I'll have to finally show this mystic the Nick he's long forgotten. Cold, hard reality.
Remember, you guys used to be friends.
Alright, Magic Man. If you really want to have a little
you used
debate,
to be friends.
then let's duel.
Daily bunker check has been completed. Please continue on with your playing. Ciao. Bye, bunker.
Vi då skas het vi dofnemo. Taine vi novin. Dobi jabrotliat narodomi I sojre narodomi.
Suka bliat. I don't know what he's saying.
Very well. If you wish to duel with words, then I accept. I have expelled countless demons by words alone. My blessings have inspired many and struck fear in the hearts of the wicked. Defeating you and the Tsar is merely my final test.
It's gonna be like a Danganronpa minigame.
Divinely appointed destiny.
He's trying to act otherwise, but
he's saying
he's
gibberish.
clearly
The
being
VA couldn't pronounce
emotional
Russian the
and
same as
irrational.
It was convincing enough to me. Someone translate that. What if he called the goat Ned Kelly a slur?
I just need to get rid of the last of his desperate arguments, one by one.
Oh, it is like a Danganronpa minigame! However, targets to see your opponent's arguments. Select bullets by clicking on them and match each to the argument. Oh my god! Oh my god, it's like I'm playing Danganronpa! You killed me anyways. The Book of Deeds are wrong. Book of Deeds is consistent. Even if he didn't order it, his negligence makes him guilty. But he couldn't have known. He could have killed me anyway. There's no proof of that. He couldn't have known. Draw!
These Book of Deeds are clearly wrong. The Tsar must be guilty.
How amusing! Getting shot again! I'm actually shooting him.
The Book of Deeds have been consistent between Nicholas, Yusupov, and all the conspirators. They have never been wrong before. It's unlikely that out of everyone in history, the first mistake is from him.
What Rasputin said was basically a butchered version of the Proverbs 24:24 put through Google Translate twice.
Unless you can prove otherwise, these must be considered reliable.
That must read really good when you untranslate it, I think.
Me, that is me. Even if he didn't order it, he is still responsible. His inaction led to the assassination. He did not do enough to stop it from starting. Perhaps he even let it happen.
You don't know that. Base dev team using Google Translate just like the olden indie game days. It's not even spelt writing.
Stopping something like this would require an impossible amount of foresight.
That's awesome.
The Tsar isn't omnipotent. There's no way he could have known about the plot beforehand.
Well, it doesn't matter. I know it. I know he wants me dead. I have foreseen in my visions.
And where's the proof?
Yeah, where's your proof, buddy?
You've been saying so much about how my client killed you, or wants to kill you.
You can't even see the truth.
Yet, every single attempt to pin blame on him has failed. And now, you have nothing to prove he wants you dead.
Absolutely nothing.
Your supposed visions look like they aren't coming true.
Turns out his visions were just his PTSD.
Could it be?
No.
That...
It was his mental illness. It wasn't a divine gift from God. It was a divine curse from the prince.
He's on the ropes. Now, for the finishing blow.
He loved you. He loved you, Rasputin. You were a beloved member of the family. Oh. Your visions are false. Boom, headshot.
My visions are false? What can you possibly mean?
Meds weren't invented yet, Rasputin.
Sorry, Mystic. Time to bring you back to the mundane.
No! He's a chuny. They're killing his chuny.
You've been claiming that your visions are miracles from on high, telling you how this is your divine mission to bring down some evil tyrant.
I fucking love that animation. Good job, artist. 10 out of 10.
But, as we can see,
Spent 3 days
your
making that animation
testimony
just for the Kickstarter
fell
trailer.
flat.
Glad to see it used somewhere in the game. Yeah, that's awesome.
Face it, it wasn't some miracle. You're just delusional, mate.
How dare you!
Well, if you still want to cling on to faith, let's just ask them directly, shall
God,
we?
did he do it?
We ain't on Earth anymore. We can just ask the angels' bureaucracy directly if they've granted any of these miracles you talked about. If you recall, our good pal Satan was confused when he first heard of your claim because as far as he knew, your description doesn't match his reports. But I think even without the inquiry, deep down you already realize it. This isn't heaven sending you visions of the future.
This is your own broken
This is your own
mind's
broken mind's traumatic delusions.
This can't be!
It has to be, Rasputin. I'm sorry.
No! No! What have I... I've... No! What have I done?
Oh, Rasputin. You've been hating on an innocent man.
I asked Azrael to make an official inquiry into the Department of Miracles, and they have confirmed
He's being
that
forced
your
to take his
visions were
meds.
your
No!
own, not the result of providence.
He's so quirky without them.
So, it seems all has been resolved. Not only was the defendant never a traitor, but he never even considered the witness an enemy.
He was a friend to him through and through.
Witness, do you have any more objections?
No. No objections.
No, I do not.
Yippee!
I wish to levy no more accusations.
Wife name drop. I miss her.
Very well.
Rasputin also misses my wife.
On the accusation that he
Rasputin was
is
also
guilty of
into
the sin
Azrael.
of treachery,
Many
and
don't know
murdering
this.
a friend for
Secret
personal
lore.
gain. The defendant is not guilty. Instead,
He was nothing but a friend.
the defendant is innocent and is no traitor.
No traitor.
Though not murdering a friend is not a great achievement. All things considered, if there's nothing else, then the witness is dismissed.
Can I go to heaven?
Thank you. You are a true saint. I merely wish to leave here and confess my sins to the
Background of
Lord.
the image always reminds me of the Rick Roll music video.
It's all right. I understand. I know
We're
what
no
it is
strangers
like
to love.
to deny a friend for so long.
You know the law, and so do I. Know what it's like to deny a friend for so long.
Please rest and take your time to both reflect and recover.
So can I just like get like woo, like woo? How do you guys send people to heaven?
I will. Farewell.
Bye, Rasputin.
Now then, since all the major mortal sins have been accounted for, I believe it is time for me to give my verdict. Will the defendant please take the stand?
Yes, yes, I will.
I'm here.
Between damnation in hell, redemption in purgatory, and salvation in heaven.
So, Hammy, are you gonna explain the horse incident? Okay, so what happened was I was playing Cyberpunk, minding my own business, and some guy came in and was like, "Hey, do you like horses? I like horses when they're excited." And I thought he was ESL. He was trying to say that he likes, like, happy horses and shit. And then he pulls out the, have you seen a male horse when he's hard? And I had to kill him. That's what happened. Well, I didn't kill him. Gurren killed him, but, you know. That's what happened. That's the horse incident.
By the weight of your sins, this court hereby sentences the defendant, Nikolai II Alexandrovich Romanov, to
Purgatory?
The defendant shall be sentenced to purgatory for rehabilitation. Through your time here in purgatory, I truly hope you can get
The Romanov's vindicated. Yay!
Court is adjourned.
Okay. Just gotta do some community service. And then we'll be good. Sent to heaven.
Well done, Nikki. Your life passed the bare minimum threshold to not get sent to hell.
Yippee!
Thank you, Ned. Truly.
What's the matter? You don't seem too thrilled.
Make no mistake. I truly am happy to not be damned, but
I'm sad I died and I miss my family. Boo-hoo, Nick.
for the first time in my life, I see now just how flawed a ruler, no, a person I am.
Damn.
Once I had believed I was a great force of good in the world. But to have the news broken to me of that being all but a naive delusion, it has left me somewhat saddened.
Fun fact,
To know that my entire life was that of a foolish child with too much power.
Well, and then just T-pose to assert dominance.
And more than that, I will not see my wife and kids again for as long as I am here. For they are
So
in
you're
heaven.
telling me a full Ned 3D model exists? This was before we chose not to make the game 3D to save our sanity. So was it gonna be like, basically all the scenes were rendered in 3D, or was it there gonna be some sort of like free roaming section? Or not free roaming, but like
She's not really your wife anymore. Till death do us part and all that.
move in an area.
But anyway, you can't change the past. Nothing can.
Alright, so basically 05, who got the server notified, is planning to step down in place of them and get the other two put. So all that shit was for nothing?
What you can change
What are you fighting for?
is yourself.
You gotta leave! You gotta start your own SCP roleplay group, dude. Not only does Ned's 3D model exist, but so does oh my god. Azazel. Is that...
You've been given
Binding of
another
Isaac
chance. So use
That's
the
a
time
Binding
you
of
have
Isaac
now to
reference, oh
become
my
the man
God.
you thought you were.
It's gonna be like the 3DS. Oh, was
You
it?
have all
Yeah.
of eternity.
I forgot those were 3D. Azazel, not Azrael. Yeah, Azazel from the Binding of Isaac.
Very well.
I'm a jump chat. Good luck, SCP.
You're right. I must not dwell on the past.
Don't dwell on the past.
You think I am capable? That I can find redemption?
Well, I mean, you got proven good in court, so I think you're able to do that.
Well,
Yeah, probably.
honestly, despite
Dev
everything,
keeps making the mistake
deep
of mixing their
down,
names, and he's the one who named them.
I can see you got a good heart.
No, don't you have so much to live for? I think, and hope.
If anyone can
See
make
your
it,
family again. Server got over with
You
breaking
can.
rules. One of the two good members of OUTLAWYER stepping down.
Thank you.
You gotta go with
for
him.
your
You gotta
faith
go
in
with
me.
them to start your own fucking SCP roleplay group. You could find more modders and stuff.
I shall make sure
Trust,
it's not
trust.
misplaced. Still, I cannot believe I am truly dead. I thought my reign
You need
was
to have
lost,
hope for the future.
that I
Has
would
this
see
game
my
taught you
children grow
nothing?
up.
Live is a bit of a strong word for someone in purgatory. But live, quote unquote, live.
And yet,
do good.
We all died
and then they
so
get
unceremoniously. Far too soon.
Yeah, especially your kids, dude.
It's all so unfair.
listen, mate. When I was young, I was angry. I thought that as long as I followed it anger, I would eventually find justice. A naive larrikin, riding high, thinking I was special. I ended up not even seeing 30.
Damn.
Such is life.
Such is life.
None of us could have hoped to know how it'll
My
end.
cat just needed the shit out of my stomach. She wants to make biscuits. I don't care if she's making biscuits. If my cat's making biscuits on me, I let her. Why do you need a lawyer in purgatory? Did you miss the entirety of the game? You need a lawyer in purgatory to determine if you could stay in purgatory and redeem yourself and go to heaven, or if you're going to hell. I don't got a shirt, chat, it hurts. But she's cute. But your cat's cute and she wants to make biscuits. You must forgive her. I just joined. Yeah, so that's basically the premise. You joined right at the end, actually. So we have a lawyer to make sure that we can be redeemed. No, Rose. Asriel and Ned, she blushed at him in the beginning of the game. That's a ship. It's a point of proving myself. What if I want to be in purgatory? So, you prove yourself to stay in purgatory. Or go to heaven, basically. Because if you can't prove yourself good enough to stay in purgatory, then you go to hell. But if you want to just stay in purgatory, I think they'd probably let you. They'd probably let you if you like didn't do anything too bad. You're just like, yeah, I want to stay here. They'd probably let you. Ew, heaven, I'd rather stay in purgatory.
Right now, you shouldn't dwell on how long you had to live.
Shouldn't.
What matters is how you spent that time you had.
True.
You're right. I am dead. There is no going back.
Chat, can I play Fortnite in purgatory?
All I can
no,
do is
Fortnite's
take
only
comfort in the
hell.
fact that my family is saved. And I will soon see my wife and children again.
I'm sure. Unless your wife went to hell for adultery.
Yeah.
If I may ask, why are you wearing a metal helmet? If this is the afterlife, were you perhaps a knight from the medieval era when you were alive?
What games are in heaven? What games do they have in heaven? Probably Tetris. I think you could have Tetris in heaven. Tetris is a heaven-coded game, I think. Fortnite is in hell along with Overwatch 2 and Valorant. I'm going to hell. Going to hell for my sin of playing Overwatch 2.
Well, I did ride horses.
You know they're
and
actually
go to
talking
battle,
about dropping the
but
2 from the name.
I'm no knight.
So it's just gonna be
and
Overwatch
I'm far
again?
from medieval.
After
Only
all
been
of the
dead a
fucking
few
hullabaloo
decades
of
now.
changing it to Overwatch 2, I fucking hate. I hate being trauma bonded to this game. All of the Temple OS games, yes, you can play in heaven. It's 1918, don't get your hopes up about gaming. Computers are not quite invented yet. We're talking hypothetically, like in purgatory today. I hate Blizzard, gang. Would Overwatch 1 be a heaven game? Maybe for like the first like 2 years of its life, it would be considered a heaven game. And then past that, it goes straight into hell.
Then why
you know
is
what
your
I hate
clothing
too?
so
Is
unusual?
Overwatch tries to talk about goats like it's a good thing that people missed. No one fucking misses goats. Goats fucking suck. Diablo 2 would be a heaven game, ironically. Overwatch 1 before goats would be heaven. I love TF2.
For now, let's just say it's
Overwatch fell off in
a
2017,
memento
right when I stopped making
from the
videos
old
about
days.
it. I miss goats.
Also, you must admit,
No, you don't.
it's a bold-fashioned
You
statement.
don't.
Anyway,
I don't miss goats.
seems it's time for me
if
to
I don't
leave.
miss goats, that means no one.
Someone here wants to talk
As a
to
diva
you.
main, I love goats. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's valid.
Oh?
But trying to play, well, I guess you don't play non-tank and goats.
Rasputin!
But I hated goats.
Hello.
Never played past the beta. What is goats? Goats is the meta of 3 tanks and 2 healers. Three tanks, 3 healers? It was 3 tanks, 3 healers. So no one would play DPS, and it would just like fucking stall out the game for so long. That, or because there's also shields in the game at that point. So you shoot barriers, you shoot a barrier, you shoot another barrier, and then you get fucking rocked, or they rock you. 3 tanks, 3 heals. Yeah.
I am here to say that I'm sorry.
Back out, chat. I've been up too long dealing with the drama. I'll drop the details in the general. Heaven or hell for Bridget? Hell! Hell! Send her straight to hell, dude!
After my death, I tricked myself into believing you had me killed. I thought you had betrayed me. For all of my afterlife,
Dude, they can shake hands and be friends again.
I have lived with this agonizing
this
thought.
time. Go all tanks and
Unbearable
supports.
hatred. I longed for the day I would see you suffer. I even started thinking God himself demanded I defeat you. As if you were the devil.
Yeah, nothing dies ever.
And yet now, I stand before you. And I feel no hate. Only guilt.
You guys should shake hands and make up, I think.
How could I think of such things? How could I be such a vile monster to consider one of my closest compatriots as some backstabbing snake?
Rasputin, remember to take your meds tomorrow morning. We don't want you to be a crazy hater again. I ship them.
I have done such a
It's doomed Yowie if you think about it. It's doomed Yowie. And then they meet again in the afterlife. I know what you're... Yes, okay. How did you know I was gonna go into doomed... Oh my god.
Rasputin, my friend.
My friend. They're friends again. No, they're friends. I know they're not gay because they're friends.
How can I ever be at
If I say
grievance to the one who
hypothetically
saved my
something
son's
about
life?
doomed Yowie doesn't...
All is forgiven. We are both flawed men. We have no right to hate one another.
Fujo's ruined
or
male
ourselves.
friendships. How unfortunate! I respect male friendships. I respect male friendships. Okay.
Thank you.
I am a recovered Fujoshi. All of the yaoi that I'm spewing is purely hypothetical, not what I truly think. Turn the game off. No. I'm fully recovered. This does nothing to me.
Thus, the story of
Bullshit, Hammy,
Russia's
no!
last
I'm not
monarch
having a
is
Fujo
finally
moment over
ended.
this. They're
And now
friends. Boys
starts
could
his
be friends.
disproportionately long epilogue. His life may be over, but his afterlife starts now.
We did it! We beat it. That was a good demo. You literally gasped, Hammy. I just wasn't expecting it. Okay. Had nothing to do with... Remember, guys, she loves yaoi better when they're canonically straight. No, that's not true. Finn. Ah!
What the hell? The tower. It's on fire.
Why is it on fire?
Oh, and there's smoke everywhere. I can barely see. Huh? Is someone there?
Oh, it's the girl from the Steam page. Okay. So watching the Minecraft movie during the stream was definitely better. Chicken Jackie. Turn on the TV! Any channel! The tower's on fucking fire! They hit the second celestial temple! No, I was curious about the cover girl. I was curious about her too. Well, I can't copy the link from that. I have it in my YouTube description though. If anyone is interested in wish listing this game on Steam, I'll post links in both chats. Okay. Okay. Go to my other scene. That was a lot of fun! I knew I was right to trust my intuition and play this game. It did look really fun. Has it been 5 minutes? Has it been 5 minutes, guys? Reminds me of— she does remind me of Athena. That was what I was thinking. She reminds me of Athena. I don't know why that didn't show up on the chat thing. Oh, there it is. Azrael's way hotter than that girl. It's all about the perspective. Fine, remove them. Yay! It's been the last bit of stream, not Vita Fujo. Okay. Thought I got censored. Yeah, no. It was weird. Weird bug. You're done relapsing. You're free. I'm free. Thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you to the artist for being in chat. I hope to see more awesome development from this game. I've wishlisted it. I hope you guys do good things. I hope at least someone donated to the Kickstarter tonight. So is the artist still here? Maybe. Artist, are you still here? Oh. Oh. Thank you for playing the game. Yeah, thank you. Good night, Hamilton. Good night. So anyone got any confessions they want to make? And then I'll leave you guys with some parting knowledge, and then we will raid someone. Oh yeah, and the Kickstarter link as well. Artist, please release the— it wasn't Azrael. It wasn't an Azrael 3D model. It was Azazel. It was Azazel, which is another character that wasn't shown in this demo. And then the Kickstarter link for YouTube. Thanks for the stream, Hammy. Thank you. Can I pay you to draw Ned and Rasputin kissing? That's fucking crazy. That wasn't— that's a Rose asking for yaoi. That's not me. That's not me. A Rose is going in. Literally shooting his shot right now. Okay. I'll assume that was a confession. My parting knowledge to you guys is live a good life. Live a good life. Sin a little bit, but no big sins like murder or adultery like my fat stupid wife does. Right? I have principles. So did they have me, so we have another excuse to get to put the glasses on. Oh, no yaoi. No yaoi. I asked because I know you wouldn't ask for it. Or the I didn't want to ask for it. I didn't want to ask for $100. Don't tell me what to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. That was my parting knowledge. Now we find someone to raid. Anyone have any raid suggestions for Twitch? I'm gonna do a little look-see on my following to see if anyone's live. No one's gonna send anything. Oh, Pumpkin's live. Oh, raid Pumpkin. We will raid Pumpkin. Lead dev forced me to draw things I don't like. What else is new? Gurren's Oshi. Yeah, we're raiding Gurren's Oshi. Let's raid Pumpkin. Send. There we go. Pumpkin. I already said hello earlier. I gotta sleep. Oh, we're sending people to her regardless. Alright, you guys have a good night. Hope, I fucking sent them off. I just fucking sent them off before I could tell them. Well, you guys have a good night. You guys have a good night on YouTube, because I'm sure you're the ones still watching me. I am going to eat. As should all of you, probably. Professional. Yeah, absolutely professional. My hamster, sleep well, X Fujo. Thank you, you too. I'll put the glasses on.